listening to ESPN 95.3, KERX Paris Fort Smith.
I believe I can drive the...
Do you feel, let me ask you this.
Normal around here.
Man, I wish I knew you were here. We hear that every day at In-Stock Parts, located off Highway 45 across from the cold storage in Fort Smith. Are you a maintenance technician, landscaper, farmer, or do-it-yourselfer in need of bearings, belts, or roller chain?
This Chiefs team now has become the villain. Is that very status quo for the sports world? And
no, there seems to be something different going on here, and I think it has to do with just the way our society...
Driving around. Stop by In-Stock Parts, your industrial parts resource, or check them out online.
We got another team coming in this weekend who has a week off, like Oklahoma. Yeah. And we play the same thing. Wednesday, Saturday, they have a week off.
Of farmers, ranchers, and veterinarians committed to giving them the healthiest, most comfortable life possible. Because for cattle farmers, ranchers, and the moms of those baby calves, animal welfare is the top priority. Together, we bring more. Beef. It's what's for dinner. Funded by beef farmers and ranchers. This message courtesy of the Arkansas Beef Council and Beef. It's what's for dinner.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TRAVEL to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TRAVEL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TRAVEL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Chuck is deathly afraid of his identity being stolen.
I am. I'm to the age now where I watch Dateline NBC, and it's like, I'm never using my debit card again. I do. I worry about it because
Chuck's
I'm
got
stupid.
bundles of
because
cash.
I'm stupid. I'm
He
stupid.
calls American Airlines and he goes, "How do I pay cash?"
That's exactly right. I got this
You are
mayonnaise
not
jar
getting my
full of money.
information. Those cookies are all over me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
That was a called play, and I called it, Chuck.
Back to Save Sports Radio.
I'm ready to roll right now,
Can you believe we're doing this?
This brings back
Just like old times.
This is getting ridiculous, Bo Mattingly.
Northwest Arkansas is growing. It deserves an intelligent sports radio.
two ball play guys with a face for radio.
Here is Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
I feel like I'm surrounded by Chiefs fans. I mean, these people are everywhere.
I got something for
Edwards over there wearing his
Let me just do this
out-of-date
right.
top.
Friday morning. Here
You
you
got
go.
one of these hats.
I think if you just maybe wear that, your
Hey.
attitude today will be.
That's nice.
See, I was going to begin the show by
I'm going to screenshot what you just did there, smiling with the Chiefs hat.
Well,
into the
understand that my plan was to open the show by going rogue, by going heel, and declaring my love for the Eagles. Look at this guy. It's unbelievable. What'd you go out and buy that last night?
Well, Edward brought it. So I wear it
okay.
today.
All right. It looks.
I think I got this for last year's Super Bowl, or I don't know. Maybe it was the one the year before.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, I can't remember.
Or maybe the one before that.
Yeah, or the one before that. I decided I needed something to wear on Super Bowl Sundays.
I'm lost. I mean, I really am. I'm lost on who to root for tomorrow or Sunday. I'm tired of Kansas City. You know, and you know how I love to gig Chiefs fans. It's just fun for me. But as
That's
a Cowboy
totally
fan,
fair. I get that.
as a Cowboy fan, I mean, I feel like I'm committing blasphemy.
Yeah, well, you are.
If I declare that I'm pulling for the Eagles. But I'm pulling for the Eagles. I'm pulling for the Eagles. I got to admit I am. So
wait a second. I thought you were still trying to figure it out.
No, I just figured it out. I mean, I'm sorry you spent all this money on this stylish hat. What did it run you? $8, $10? It's fitted. It's nice.
It would have been a good
It's
deal.
got the shield.
It's
got the official logo on the back, so I know it's a nice hat.
So I've been to
I'll
a
leave
couple
it
of
right
Chiefs
there.
games.
I know you have.
I think that's probably where it came from.
Yeah.
But I mean,
it does look a little worn.
Look, I'm not claiming to be some diehard Chiefs fan, but I've tried to explain this. People in this area, and I root for the Cowboys.
Do you really?
I don't have a team I really hate in the NFL.
I don't either.
I probably got 5 or 6 that I like.
Really?
My son Ty likes the Chargers because he, liked the player when, Hunter Henry was there, and then he started liking players on the team. Now he's a Ladd McConkey guy and a Justin Herbert guy, and people they kind of follow. But with the Chiefs, they're regional to me, so I sort of root for them. And then I have a lot of friends that are Chiefs fans, and then I have a great memory in life going to a game several years ago. One of Ty's buddies, who he's grown up with, 2 of his buddies, it was one of their birthdays, 3 of us dads, go to Kansas City, and it's the snow game against the Broncos. Like it was a blizzard during the game. You were there?
When was this?
I mean, it was so bad we couldn't drive home. We had to stay. That we were going to come back after the game.
Yeah, I was there as well.
I want to say it was like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It was about 5, 6 years
Yeah, I want
ago.
to say they were around 13.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think it was their 13th birthday party, or celebration. But that was a really cool experience. And
It was a really cool game.
And like Mahomes is so much fun to watch, and Kelsey, and then this year I feel like it's the Taylor Swift thing that's had something to do with this. That's gotten people kind of over the edge. And then the whole officials narrative started. And that's all fine and good. But I like regionally, when the Rams were in St. Louis, I was kind of, I was on local news, and you'd show Chiefs, Rams, and Cowboys highlights.
This is the life story of every front runner, just for the record.
I don't have a problem with that.
Because here's the deal. All these things you're talking about, birthday party, great memories, all this stuff, it's all Patrick Mahomes' deal. It's not the Chiefs. It's Patrick Mahomes.
I agree. It's Jordan and the Bulls.
I mean, you weren't doing this like 10 years ago when they were terrible. Hey, let's go to Kansas City and watch them get blown out Sunday. That'll be fun.
That's right. But that's what pro sports is.
I know.
I mean, like, unless you grew up a lifelong fan of somebody, that's what professional sports is, because we market players.
That's right. That's why you have 5 or 6 favorite teams.
It's also particularly hard where we live and are from. There's no professional team, so what are you to do?
Well, not
you
only
pick
that,
a team.
I think as a Razorback fan, given what you've been through over the last several years, you deserve to be.
We get a hall pass.
You get a ticket to be a
front
runner.
It's all about you, basically.
Yeah.
What it boils down
to. It is. And
your enjoyment.
Michael Lewis, who's a famed author and wrote a book about fandom.
Famed. He's a famed author.
He is. I guess he still is. He's faming.
Yeah.
He's well known.
Yeah,
and
famous.
Famous. Yeah, well, I understand.
Yeah.
But I was looking for new words.
I know you were.
I mean, I'm marveling at the whole thing. Fandom at a fundamental level is about identity. Being a fan is being part of a community. Lewis writes, when an NFL fan's team wins, he wins. Likewise, when his team loses, he loses. All dynasties inspire fatigue and good-natured hate because it's tiring to lose to the same guys over and over. We want to identify as winners.
That's right.
It's like, what do you identify as? Winner.
It's just like anything. I mean,
Chuck's never related to that.
You don't want to say, I pulled for the team that lost. I voted for the guy that lost. I was for the candidate or the contestant that lost.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody wants to say
it's like
that.
I get it. A great game, that had 50,000 people at it, but 120,000 claim they were there. On the other side of that, you're like, how'd this guy get elected? Nobody voted for him in whatever race, right? If it's not going well. Oh, that guy's an idiot. Nobody voted for him, but somehow he got elected. We all want to identify as winners.
That's right.
That's just the truth.
You're a winner, Bo.
Well,
look at that Kansas City Chiefs T-shirt. He's a winner.
When you came along and said, hey, let's do this show, I hooked my wagon to a winner. You're a winning broadcaster.
Well, that's right.
Hall of Famer.
You are too.
Wagon.
Yeah. That's good. That's clever.
That is good.
That is clever.
That is good. The Chuck Wagon. That's
how
a
did this
podcast.
Conversation turn around toward me?
Well,
all I said was I feel like I'm surrounded by Chiefs fans, and you guys just validating everything that I'm saying.
Well,
all that's missing is Bart. If Bart was here to gang up,
listen,
it would be a total
about Bart.
Who?
I just finally quit asking.
Who's Bart?
I just finally quit asking. And like it's been, what has it been? Has it been the better part of 2 weeks?
This is 2 weeks.
He was here last Monday.
Yeah.
For like 2 hours.
That's right.
Left.
We haven't
seen him since.
So counting the weekend, we're 12 days in?
Yeah.
It's about like 12 days.
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody said they pinged his debit card in New Orleans. but other than that, I don't really know what's going on. Claims he's got COVID.
I bet Bart, whatever video game Bart likes to play, he's like, he's
grandmaster,
probably
baby.
in some sort of championship this weekend.
Guys made a fortune playing Dungeons and Dragons over the last 2 weeks.
Online poker.
Yeah.
Bart literally went back and relived our COVID days of quarantine.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm getting a little stir crazy. He told me about 4 days ago.
Yeah.
I'm like, get
Just
your
a
car
little.
and drive around.
Yeah. Roll the windows
Go
down.
Wear a mask.
Go sit on the porch.
Get in the car. Roll the windows up.
What we
Put
need
your
is
mask on.
we need Bart to get out this morning and go down by Bud Walton Arena and see if anybody's camping
I'm wondering
out.
if anybody's down there. I was thinking that driving in a little bit ago. I wonder if anybody's camped out there. If the students are there, or since it's a night game tomorrow night, if they just, wait till tomorrow morning. I don't know.
Cal is counting on it.
I know he
by
is.
the way.
We got another team coming in this weekend who has a week off, like Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And we play the same thing. Wednesday, Saturday, they have a week off. That's going to make it doubly hard, but who cares? Let's go. We need our fans there, early, standing. Look, I've been in that building when it's nuts. I've been there. We need it nuts now. From here on in, we need it nuts because we're going to play hard games.
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, people talk about Rupp and how Arkansas had to go into that environment. They're talking about the jungle at Auburn. Chuck, that didn't used to be a thing. Remember when they built that new arena?
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, well, I'm glad they only built it at like 8,000 or 9,000 because they're not going to ever get more people in there. And then Bruce Pearl started winning, and that place is a tough environment now. Bud Walton Arena, from the day it was built, can be as good or better than any arena in the country. Not every arena can boast that. And you can talk about Duke and Cameron Indoor. It's like 7,500 people in there. And that's loud, that's fine. But when you get 20,000 that loud, it's never perhaps been louder, which is saying a lot. Because I've been in there, and you have, obviously, when there's just been some like really eureka moments. I mean, it's just like, wow. But when Cal got tossed in that Kentucky game a few years ago, oh, that was something.
That was a moment that anybody
at that
in
moment,
Arkansas remembers. You don't even have to have been
for
there.
45 seconds, that's as loud maybe as that building has ever been. But I've also been there when it's been that loud, like repeatedly through the game. And it's so good that you sit there and talk about it while you're there. You're like, you can't believe it. And sometimes we get in this mindset and this negative attitude. And that happens when things aren't going your way. I get it. But we have something here. Our state has something. I don't mean to get into this motivational speech already today. But sometimes we got to realize, what's that Saturday Night Live thing? Like, I'm valuable. And dang it, people like me.
Well, I think
they get it. We have something here, and sometimes we got to just lean in and go get it and do it.
The people make the building. They make the building. That's whether it's Bud Walton Arena, whether it's Rupp, whether it's Cameron Indoor, any arena out there, the people make the building. They're the ones that make the atmosphere. And there's lots of reasons why, not just here, but many places, things aren't quite like they used to be. And part of it is we take things like Bud Walton Arena for granted, whether we want to admit it or not. I mean, we do. Now, look, there are just realities that come into play now when it comes to attendance in college basketball, not just here, but lots of places. I mean, there are just realities that cannot be escaped. Tip-off times. I mean, just all kinds of stuff. But when you play a Saturday game at home and you're in the thick of things, or you're playing well, you're on a run, and you've got a Saturday night game, I can tell you just over the years being part of broadcast, when you go to somebody else's arena on Saturday night, there's a pretty good chance you're going to get beat. I mean, there's a pretty good chance you're going to lose that night because there's going to be emotion in that building, and kids want to play as we've seen the last couple of ball games. Kids want to play in prime time. They want to play on the big stage. It's going to be a big stage tomorrow night, and I think it's going to be fun. And I think we're going to have a heck of a basketball game.
877-377-6963 is our number. You can text or call the show. We got a big weekend. We got the Super Bowl, Chiefs, and all the kingdom, all that going on, three-peat. Pat Riley's got a lot at stake in this game. The great Pat Riley, who coined and trademarked three-peat. How smart was that?
He's no idiot. I mean, and even now as an old dude, I mean, he's showing guys like Jimmy Butler that I'm still the man. I'm still the man.
Yeah.
Don't.
How about LeBron scored 42 last night, by the way, at 40 years old?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's now the oldest player in NBA history and the youngest player in NBA history to ever score 40 points in a game.
That's the situation room. The Chevy of Fayetteville situation room.
That's what you don't get everywhere.
That's where
that's off
like
the top
Bart,
of the
like
head too.
That's right. Well, I'm just saying, like if Bart's not in here on Monday,
every passing day,
he's gonna have.
I don't think Bart would have had that till like 7:30.
Well,
on a normal day. And here's Edward at 6:15.
This is a conversation for behind closed doors. Yeah. Okay, that part
Let's just
of it.
do it here.
But okay, since we're gonna do it, I think if you come back and you've missed, like if he gets back on Monday, then he's only missed 9 work days. so
9 and a third.
And he's not going to have any vacation coming this summer. He's going to work every day the rest of the year.
No PTO for Bart.
No.
So what I'm saying though is if he misses Monday, he's going to have to come off the bench. He's not going to be able to start.
Yeah.
Like you got to start the guy that's been playing and playing well in the Chevy of Fayetteville situation room.
Well, he's
there.
not in game shape either. I mean, he's
That's
going to
true.
come back
He's gonna
Monday.
He's
not going to be in
He's
game shape.
not going to have his breath. He's not going to have his. He's not
we're-
going to have his wind.
We're assuming he's going to be here Monday. and that's a big assumption based on what's happened the last 4 or 5 days.
Oh, you know what? I feel terrible. We haven't gotten him a card, sent him a basket or anything.
I checked on him about a week ago.
I asked him if he needed anything on Sunday.
I mean,
It was
what do you want us to
radio
do?
silence.
Listen,
I mean, we sent him text.
I don't mean to sound like the nice guy here, but I've checked on him. I think every day.
Have you?
Well, I mean, it's been in passing, but it's just, hey, how you doing? And then 5 hours later, I realized he texted me back that not very well.
Now, Bo's idea of checking is he'll send a text like a question mark. I mean, that's all that'll be on there. It'll just be a question mark. And
Or a mask emoji.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hey,
when are you coming back?
Hey, listen, you can get in here if you want. We'll talk about this. We got to hit a break. If you want to send Bart a get well note, you can text it in, and it may or may not get to him. But I think we should have like a card and some.
Let me
goodie
tell you what's
basket.
going to happen. Sunday,
Get some Theraflu.
Sunday, they're going to show a couple of shots of Taylor Swift on television, and Bart's going to come back to life.
It's going to be
He'll come
the
back
sight
to
he
life.
needed.
That's the medicine he needs.
I don't
right
know.
there.
I feel like Bart's probably been watching Taylor Swift concerts at home.
Popping ivermectin
all week
and
long.
Do you pop ivermectin or do you?
I don't
what
even.
do you do
I don't
with
know what you're
ivermectin?
talking about.
It's that COVID deal that they were talking about back then
They
when
got-
you had COVID. Yeah,
Really?
that's what you took.
Wait, is that the cocktail? Like
Yeah,
the,
well,
is it an
maybe that's
injection?
it.
Is it an
I don't
injection?
know. I don't know. I didn't
know
mean
either.
to get off on that.
Well,
but,
I mean,
you know.
clearly it's on your mind.
No, I just thought about it as we were talking about what Bart's taking, what he's doing. You said Theraflu.
Yeah, well, that's a good one. Have you that and hot toddies?
I don't do
Just
that.
depend.
I
on,
don't do that.
depending on which one. Well, I'm just saying, at some point after 10 days, you might want to just mix in a bourbon.
He probably has.
Hey, have you done your taxes yet?
No.
Okay, well, this
But
is
thanks
for
for
you.
checking.
Ready or not, it's tax season. Luckily at H&R Block, they can put 70 years of tax prep expertise to work for you. They can get you 100% accuracy on your max refund guaranteed. H&R Block. There's one near you. Get in there today. 619 Chuck and Bo Show on a Friday. Good morning. I'm not telling you that everything's great. I'm also not willing to say everything's terrible.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You know the sound, you know the place, and you know the time of year that means live racing at Oaklawn is coming. If your Oaklawn is playing favorites, letting you ride on long, soaking up the vibes of race day, it's time to make your plans and discover your Oaklawn. Live racing starts Friday, December 6th. Reserve seats, rooms in our hotel, or a spot in your favorite Oaklawn restaurant at oaklawn.com.
This is my Oaklawn.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweatnum Edge is all about. It's where health, confidence, and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation today and see where you are. Chuck and I have both done it and are better off for it. Log on to SweatnumCosmetic.com and click on the Sweatnum Edge.
2025 is here, and Fayetteville Auto Park is making it easier than ever to elevate your drive during our New Year sale. Every pre-owned vehicle, hundreds and hundreds to choose from, all with clearance pricing for a limited time. That's right, Fayetteville Auto Park has clearance priced every used car, truck, and SUV in stock. One-owner trades, budget buys, luxury vehicles, off-lease cars, even certified pre-owned, with special finance rates and warranties up to 100,000 miles. Buy now at all 4 Fayetteville Auto Park locations. That's Acura of Fayetteville, Honda of Fayetteville, Toyota of Fayetteville, and Chevrolet of Fayetteville. It's time to drive in 2025, and no one makes it easier than Fayetteville Auto Park. Take advantage of clearance pricing on every pre-owned vehicle now during our New Year sale. Limited time only at Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. FayettevilleAutoPark.com.
You know, I want Texas to lose. Yeah, I want them to rot in hell.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
It's a tough time. Injured, and it was not your fault. Hurts in the pocketbook, too. Who do you turn to? Don't call a lawyer and find they're out of state or talk with someone at a call center. Call us at the Brad Hendricks Law Firm and talk to a real Arkansas lawyer directly. And remember, the only place that success comes before work is in the dictionary. We'll work hard for you. Have for over 30 years. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
A new era of chicken is here to stay, and it's not your parents' poultry. The Cantina chicken menu from Taco Bell is slow roasted and perfectly seasoned. Take it tacoed up in a crispy white corn tortilla with cheese inside and out, or wrapped in a burrito with fresh purple cabbage and freshly prepared pico de gallo. However you like it, you'll never chicken the same way again. Get yours today at your nearest Taco Bell and join rewards to earn free food. Available at participating stores. Rewards points are earned on qualifying purchases. All items while supplies last. Subject to terms.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS.
So if you finish 4 games under 500 in the SEC, I think Arkansas gets in. I really believe that. There's just so many, other than LSU at home and I guess at South Carolina, everything else is a quality win.
6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
You know, the family that listens to the Chuck and Bo Show together stays together. That's what you got to remember.
That's great.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
What are you most looking forward to in the Super Bowl? Is it the halftime show? Is it the commercials, the $8 million 30-second commercials?
I like to watch the first few commercials. There was Budweiser was always good for a commercial. You would always wait until the Budweiser commercial would come
Bud
on.
Light?
Yeah, Bud Light. They had good commercials.
Who are some of the other ones that have, I don't know, Doritos is trying
hard. Yeah,
hard.
Doritos has always had a pretty decent one. And then there's one like, remember the year GoDaddy.com? There's always some company out there that spends their whole fortune on that Super Bowl ad. They're all in. They stake their whole business on it. But
I usually learn more about music at the Super Bowl, like halftime. Like I remember when The Weeknd played, and I'm not ashamed to say this. For 3 days, I was like, "Who's The Weeknd? Like, is it 1 day? Is it 3? I thought it was like 2 or 3 days. Like, what is that? A whole band? Is it one guy? Like, what is The Weeknd?
I didn't realize, and I realize I'm going to sound super old right here.
I mean, I clearly did there.
I didn't realize people gamble on what songs the halftime acts are going to play. Like I'm looking at the odds right now. The prop bets, yeah. Kendrick Lamar. Couldn't name you one song, but I understand he's very popular. Otherwise, he wouldn't be there.
You can because they're listed in the notes. Humble.
Well, but I couldn't hum you the tune of any of these songs.
Swimming pools.
Humble, never heard of it. Not Like Us. Now, the Not Like Us is the one where he isn't that the one that's the big controversial song, Edward?
Oh, yeah.
Now, what's the story on that?
Oh, boy.
I don't think we should get
Yeah, all right, never mind.
It's a situation
he basically, it's
Edward has ejected from the situation room.
He's bailed.
It's a diss track against Drake.
Oh, wow.
He got in his Chevy truck and left the situation room.
Yeah.
We'll say
I was just curious because I'm seeing a lot of things on this page that don't
like
make
Tom
any
Brady's
sense to
tie
me.
color.
Yeah. People gamble on that.
We're going to be all right. I like that.
Oh, well, I understand now.
Yeah.
I mean, holy cow.
Yeah.
I mean, the thoughtful lyrics.
Yeah.
I mean, the same beat over and over and over again. No, I mean, it's
I was
awesome.
thinking about this on the way in this morning.
Oh, yeah. Whoa, yeah.
It's clean. It's a clean
radio.
version.
I felt like you had your own radio edit there.
Yeah.
It's a clean version.
Chuck said the other day, this is what I was thinking about this morning on the way in. All country music sounds the same. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. There's like it did when you listened to it.
Let me clarify.
It doesn't anymore.
Let me
There's
clarify.
a variety.
Well, that's because it's gone rock and roll. But let me clarify. I like good songs, whether it's country or whatever.
That's fair. See, I appreciate that. I can appreciate that.
Every once in a while, you'll hear a song that's not in your favorite type music, but it's a good song, and you catch yourself humming it or singing it or whatever.
Bart would be great at this. That's a Bart staple right there.
I know.
Bart likes just good things in life. Food,
Yoga.
Bourbon, beer. I don't know if Bart drinks any wine, but like he'll cook, but he appreciates good music. Bart will have one of those.
Bart's a catch.
Variety
I mean, let's
playlists.
face it, Bart's a catch. Win a dream date with Bart. That's what we ought to be doing.
Yeah, well, for charity.
Yeah, sure.
We'll auction Bart off. Remember when they used to do that back in the day? They still do that at charity events?
I don't know.
People
but
off.
Bart would be a hit. Do they still do that? Most eligible bachelors of Northwest Arkansas?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Hey, Bart front and center.
What if we found out that he took 2 weeks off to get in shape for the fireman calendar?
Well,
do they still do that?
I don't know.
Even Bart is October. He's got to get ready.
Yeah.
He's getting ready now.
He's on a special fitness plan.
Yeah. Somebody has suggested that we call Bart. And the thing is, I've thought about that, and I don't think about it until we're on the show, and I'm like, well, he's sleeping, which I'm quite certain is true. And so then I think, well, tomorrow, like later today, earlier in the week, I'm thinking later today, I'll text him about, being up so he can come on the show and we can check in with him. But then I realized, Bart does that, and I forget about it. That's his job.
Right.
So, we need him to set up his own appearance on the show.
Bart should be texting, hey, I'll be on at 8:20, or I'll be on at 8:40 with you guys. But no such text.
No. But he is still, trying to contribute to the notes. So we know either that or he's got, a nephew or something working on it.
You realize that if you put, green tie, you were talking about odds. I don't mean to change the subject.
Yeah, Tom Brady's tie color, you can bet on it.
If a green tie is plus 1,200, I guess that's the Eagles color. He's not going to wear that. I don't think he's going to wear red. I think he's going to go gray or silver.
Blue is plus 175.
Right. Gray, silver, plus 300. No tie, plus 320.
Why is black plus 1,200? I would. That's a Tom Brady staple.
I don't know.
A black tie?
But it's going to be the last game Tom Brady does on television. That's my Super Bowl prediction right here. They're not going to let him do anymore because he's going to end up being the primary guy that runs the Raiders, and they're not going to let him be on television.
I thought you were just talking about him not being very good.
No, I didn't say that, but I think that this is it for him as a broadcaster.
Wow. You going to miss him?
Well, I don't watch as much NFL as maybe some people do. I don't.
But you're over here just killing people that want to side root for the Chiefs.
I'm not saying that, but it's not because I don't appreciate their style of play or whatever. It's just that they.
You mean the greatness of it?
It's the lifetime fan since 2019 or 2018, like you,
right?
That.
Well, I say that as a joke. That's
I know.
Making fun of myself.
Well, I understand that, but it's all that gets me.
Why?
Well, it just does.
Well, why? Because I don't
I
understand
can't
why
give you a good
care
explanation.
when I became somebody that was sort of rooting for a team.
Well, it's not so much you. It's people that are a little bit more in your face about it.
Well, that's fair.
You know.
Anybody that's in your face about it, that's just, come on. You can't. Well, I don't know. Maybe you can. Maybe you can't. I mean, maybe you want to identify as a winner, and so you just find one.
I'm not a bandwagon guy.
It's like when you get that new friend that everybody likes, and you're over there, bullying everybody else.
No, I believe in loyalty. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed by all the new shiny toys that come down the road. I'm not.
But yet, it's so bad that you're going to root for a team that you can't stand. Riddle me that.
Well, I don't have a good answer. I just follow my heart. I'm like everybody else watching a game.
But if you're loyal, how do you root for the Eagles when you're a Cowboys fan?
That's a great question.
It is a good question, but you just follow your heart, man.
So how is it any different
flies
from
in the
Bo and I following
I knew this
heart?
was going to happen. I knew this was going to. This is why I'm not pulling for the Chiefs. People like you are the reason I don't pull for the Chiefs.
You sound like Ty. It's people like Bo. Hey, what did I do? I mean, by the way, has anybody checked on Ty Richardson? Does he have the liens at the Waste Management Open in Phoenix?
Oh, my gosh.
If you haven't seen videos of this, do yourself a favor and just Google something like drunk people at the Waste Management Open on the PGA Tour in Phoenix. I have never seen in my life until I saw these videos. The way these people are walking, it's like they're on a 45-degree roof. Like the pitch of a roof.
Right.
They're walking like that, and the sidewalk is flat. And they're like leaning, like their body is, they've got the leans. I didn't even know that was a thing. It is, you can't stop watching. And
That's
so
the craziest
Ty
thing.
was making all the, I'm going, and I'm just like, can't wait to see the videos. People are drinking beer out of their own shoes. I mean, it's like they just keep trying to one-up each other.
I found some statistics on arrests, ejections, and trespassing charges from the past 3 Waste Management Opens. Would you like to hear them?
Please.
Save it for when we come back.
yeah.
We got to hit a break. We'll go to the Chevy Situation Room for that next. We'll get to your calls. It's 6:33. We're brought to you by First Security Bank, the official bank of the Chuck and Bo Show. Bank better, bank local. Convenient locations all throughout our state. First Security Bank, member FDIC.
That's the actual question. What the hell's going on around here?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
When you bank at First Security, you're choosing better for yourself and fellow Arkansans. Better service from friendly professionals who really invest in your goals. Better solutions with convenient tools and smart resources. And better support for the things that matter to you, as well as the communities that matter to us all. Because finding your better at First Security makes Arkansas better too. First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
If you're having issues with your gutters or drainage around the house, you need to call Hog Trough Gutters. They're locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience. Seamless gutters made on site, trenching and French drains. Plus, they're fully licensed and insured, and every job comes with a 20-year guarantee. Hog Trough Gutters services
Hey, it's Matt Jones. Join me, Phil, and Dr. Charles Liggett every Monday at 12:15 for my favorite segment, 3 Up, 3 Down.
Pitchers look pretty good. Getting quite a few strikeouts over the weekend. Good to see Kendall Diggs back in there.
I'm a patient there, and you can be too. 3 Up, 3 Down is presented by River Valley Smile Center. Visit rivervalleysmiles.com or give them a call at 479-646-0706. That's River Valley Smile Center. When you come here, you become family.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
In Arkansas, 7 out of every $10 placed on a sporting bet app is with Bet Saracen, because Bet Saracen offers more ways to win and more ways to get paid, and faster. Find your winners on Bet Saracen and look for my Double R prop bet specials. I pick them and you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Let me grab my car keys and we'll roll.
Are we still going to that new bar downtown?
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. Lexi, give me driving directions from home to downtown Bar District.
Autocorrect. Suggest Uber. Pick up. Home. Drop off downtown Bar District.
No, I'm driving.
Suggest the Metro bus. Departing in 12 minutes.
Point taken, Lexi. We'll grab a ride.
If you drink, don't drive. Decide to ride. Brought to you in partnership by Anheuser-Busch, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and Uber.
We all plan to be on time, but fender benders, damaged windshields, and slick roads quickly disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design personal protection plans that work for you and help keep you on track. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call Jeff Clark in Fort Smith or Brad Howell in Van Buren.
If you live near Alex, Alma, Branch, Bloomer, Mountainburg, or Ozark, Wave Rural Connect Internet may be available to you right now. Wave is now serving a few non-member areas and adding more in the coming months. Check availability online. Sign up.waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372. Arkansas Valley Electric and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Here's to you and yours from the friendly folks at In Good Spirits, your upscale liquor store in Fort Smith. At In Good Spirits, they've got what your taste buds are craving, including flavorful wines from around the world, scrumptious brandies and liqueurs, tempting whiskeys and beers, and fine cigars. Treat yourself to the best as you listen to the game. Check out In Good Spirits, 12100 Highway 71 South, across from Riley Farms in Fort Smith.
Hi, I'm Kelly Smith, owner of Dixie Digital Imaging. Are you stuck in a paper jam of printer prices? Paper cuts from budget cuts? Don't throw in the towel. Call Dixie Digital Imaging and dive into our new and used inventory blowout. We're slashing prices on top-of-the-line Xerox, Brother, and Epson printers and multifunction devices. Gently used or brand new models that are tired of being in our warehouse. Don't miss out on these deals. Call 479-783-6600 for more details. Quantities and availability are limited. Dixie Digital Imaging, bringing document innovations to the River Valley.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
You're just going to have to go today. You're just going to have to. Today is going to be
what I told myself.
One of those days you're just going to have to go, and you'll be glad you did.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Chuck's got his Chiefs hat on. Now, if you're not watching the live stream, you should be. You can watch it on YouTube. We link it on social media, at Chuck and Bo Show on Twitter. Is it on? Can you go to Facebook and find it? Like the link there?
Twitter and YouTube.
Twitter and YouTube.
You guys don't mess around with
We're going to have to broaden things out. But, yeah, Chuck's got the Chiefs
hat
on
ready.
now.
I'm ready for the
He's
game.
ready to go. He's got a giant blue X through it.
I do.
And his head is so big, I'll never be able to wear that hat again.
I know. I'm going to have a
It's
headache.
kind of a fitted hat.
I'm going to have a headache by the end. Yeah, I'm going to have a headache by the end of the show.
We were mentioning the Waste Management Open. Wyndham Clark is leading at 7 under, shot 64 in the opening round. But guess who's second? Former Razorback Taylor Moore.
Good for him. I like that.
-6.
Good guy.
-6. One off the lead with Lee Hodges.
Good for him.
Justin Thomas, -5. We got some names there. I hope Taylor Moore can hang on and win amongst the craziness at the Waste Management Open.
What are the odds that Ty Richardson knows that a former Razorback is one shot off the lead?
No chance.
Slim to none.
No chance.
I mean, virtually no chance.
He doesn't have, unless he looked it up at ESPN.com this morning, he's got no idea.
Well,
at the Waste Management Open, I feel like people don't remember much.
It's 4:40 in the morning out there, so I'm guessing they're just getting in.
Yeah. Remember when we went to the Waste Management Open? Yes. Do you remember, like, who won? No.
I remember getting on the plane.
What was your favorite time? Like, I don't know. I mean, it's crazy.
Total debauchery.
It really is. It's wild. It's just bananas. So, Edward, in the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room.
Yes.
Chevy of Fayetteville, your number one volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas. Go see Chris, Mark, Denver, and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville inside the Fayetteville Auto Park. Everything you need. Proud supporter of the Hogs and local schools, involved with the communities, and they've got that outstanding service and parts department with complimentary loaners and a waiting area and a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles. Here we go. Edward in the Situation Room. Bart is out. Edward is in. What do you have from the Waste Management Open?
We've got some stats from the Scottsdale Police Department on the past 3 years. We've got data and trend lines for arrests, ejections, and trespassing charges. So we will start in 2022, go to 23 and 24, and look at the data here. So arrests in 22, we had 0 at the Waste Management Open. In 23, 18, and in 24, 54. So
we're trending upwards.
We're trending very upwards, parabolic. Perhaps.
Didn't they like kick some people out and shut it down last year? They started running people out.
I thought they were going to
with these numbers. That wouldn't surprise.
Get serious this year.
They
Didn't they say, "Hey, we're gonna start stopping"?
They
this
did.
Stuff?
They made another entry.
Oh, okay.
Like so, the traffic flow would be better.
I got you. Okay.
And they're on high alert.
How many have they kicked out?
So ejections in 22 we had 90, which is pretty high, but in 23 we had 102, and last year 211.
Wow.
So last year was really setting the bar high.
It's not funny.
73 trespassing charges last year.
Trespassing, like
they came
sneaking
back
in, or like leaving and coming back.
I have no other
or just
information.
Houses around the golf course.
I'm not sure.
They probably came back in.
I'll bet those guys wander. The places they wander into around the golf course. Around the grounds. I'll bet they.
Well, they have streakers. They have people running on the greens. What is that, the 16th hole? That's like the Coliseum. It's a pretty cool par 3 where they have like a stadium built around the green.
40 years ago, it'd have been a hell of a time. Let's be honest.
Oh.
But now it would just be certain death. I mean, it would be. It would just be death for me anyway.
Chuck's like, get me out of here. He needs security. Gentle Ben, good morning. You're on the Chuck and Bo Show. 6:43. What's happening?
Super Bowl. That's what's happening.
It is.
All right, who you got, Gentle Ben? Who you got,
Sunday,
man?
5:30.
Who you got?
Tom Brady.
Yeah, I got Kansas City, but I don't think I'm going to get what I want. It seems like all season long. It seems like the fix was in, the conspiracy theories, whatever they call me. But I'm just saying, everybody's seeing how that all season long that the NFL knew that if Kansas City went 3 in a row, that how much gazillions of dollars it was going to make them if Kansas City wins the Super Bowl. So they did everything they could do, or did everything they needed to do to get Kansas City into the Super Bowl, and they've done that, with referee calls. That's the main thing that's on my mind is referee calls. I've been hearing people all season long. So,
do you really believe that, Ben? Do you really believe that the NFL?
Yes, I mean,
Ben's a good old-fashioned conspiracy theorist. I know he buys in.
Are you wearing a tinfoil hat? Do you have a ham radio? Where are you getting your messages from?
Hey, when you see it on TV and it's blunt, there's some calls. Y'all know what I'm talking about. There's some calls.
Of
course.
I think I do not know what you're talking.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But I don't know what you're talking about because it happens in every game. Like for every team, every game, no matter who's playing, there are controversial calls. Almost every game.
Not as many as Kansas City, no sir.
So which one do you think was the most egregious?
There's no comparison. No, and just like in the championship, AFL championship. I'm sorry, I showed you my age. AFL. Anyway,
that's all right.
The championship game, just just plain and simple. They wanted to make sure the powers that be to make the profit. From them. Getting all into the Super Bowl.
But Ben, just real quick, I don't know how the NFL benefits from the Chiefs winning 3 in a row. Like, how does it help the overall NFL?
Small market.
Yeah, like that. Like the Philadelphia winning would be better for the NFL. Like a new team, a new storyline.
Let's not interject facts in all this conspiracy talk. Could we please refrain from this? Anybody with 2 eyes can watch these games and know exactly what's happening.
Philadelphia's a much bigger city.
I mean,
until recently, until the Chiefs won 2 in a row,
but
had a bigger fan base.
they don't have Taylor Swift.
They don't. Man.
They don't have Taylor Swift. They don't have that Patrick Mahomes. They don't have Travis Kelce.
But
they don't have all the storylines
until last year.
But they don't have all the storylines that the Chiefs have. I know where you're going, Ben, and I'm with you, brother.
Oh my God.
Well, if it happens, they'll make a lot of money off of it, and I think they're going to make sure it happens so where they can make that money.
But you opened the call, Ben. I'm confused because you opened the call with, I've got the Chiefs, but I don't think it's going to happen because they've been gifted the opportunity to be there.
I can't root for the Eagles because of what they did back when the Cowboy, the star, was laying on the ground and might have had a broke neck, and it took them about an hour and a half to get him off the field, and they were clapping and cheering, hoping that he had a broke neck. And no, I can't root for
there you go.
That.
So you're taking the lesser of 2 evils, but you still don't want the Chiefs to win.
Well, I'm sorry. My bottom line is I want the Chiefs to win, but I want the referees to call it fair on both sides. Don't cheat for illegals. Don't cheat for Kansas City to make sure they win it and make all that money. All that. I want it to be
I'm with you, Ben.
Game and let the best team win that day.
I appreciate the call,
Thank you,
Ben.
Ben.
We got
Thank God for Gentle Ben. Some common sense in all this.
6:47. It's the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
Bo, you said something interesting. I don't think you meant to, but when you talked about those...
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Flight by Yuengling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yuengling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Discover the Stonebreaker Hotel, where handcrafted elegance meets modern comfort. Relax in beautifully designed rooms, or book your next reservation at the Stonebreaker Lounge and Restaurant, where you can satisfy cravings with fresh, seasonal takes on traditional favorites. Open daily from 5 to 9 p.m. For more information, log on to stonebreakerhotel.com, located on Markham Road in Fayetteville, where you'll find the Stonebreaker Hotel and Restaurant. Ready or not, it is tax season, but luckily, H&R Block is here. Whether you need expert help with your taxes or simply have a question or two, your neighborhood H&R Block is here for you. Taxes are hard, but filing with H&R Block is easy. Walk in or make an appointment and get 100% accuracy and your max refund guaranteed. Put 70 years of tax expertise to work for you. Get those taxes squared away today at H&R Block.
It seems like everything is more expensive this year, but at Paschal Air Plumbing and Electric, we're here to help lighten the load. This new year, enjoy no payments and no interest on all home repairs and replacements. Whether it's fixing that stubborn plumbing issue, replacing an aging heating and air system, or upgrading your electrical, our Paschal pros are here to keep your home running smoothly and stress-free. Visit gopaschal.com today to schedule your service. Paschal Air Plumbing and Electric. Professional people, professional service. See dealer for details with approved credit. Restrictions apply.
Being a Razorback fan isn't just about the game. It's about the community, the tradition, and the moments that matter. At Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks, they understand the importance of those moments. That's why they offer a selection of fine jewelry that goes beyond the ordinary. just like our hogs. Visit Blakeman's Fine Jewelry in Rogers, where you'll find that perfect piece to celebrate your Razorback spirit and the special moments in your life.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
You want to talk about washed? You're being brainwashed by idiots. You're following idiots.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
At Hug Chevrolet Buick GMC, we dial 782-8940.
This is Joe Calderera with Taliano's Restaurant. We call 782-8940.
Keep warm this winter with a York high-efficiency furnace. Or for more information on endless hot water and a high-efficiency tankless water heater, give Blaylock Heating, Air, and Plumbing Services a call at 782-8940.
That's 782-8940.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
You're telling me it's not about me.
Well, not entirely. No, now, don't misunderstand me. It is all about you, but maybe not quite to the degree that we might hope.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, before we head back to the phones, actually, before we get into a little statistical information about Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen,
Lamar got hosed.
That's what I hear. Chevy of Fayetteville. Nobody sells more Chevys in Northwest Arkansas than Chevy of Fayetteville. And there's a reason for that. A big part of it is their community involvement. They're a proud supporter. They love the Razorbacks just like everybody else. But, the local schools. Chevy of Fayetteville has always been a big proponent of the local schools. You go to the ball games, you'll see their banners. You go to the ball games, and you'll hear people talking about them and their sponsorship for the athletic programs because that's a big deal to them. Now, they do business every day. They've got a great parts department. They've got complimentary loaners. When's the last time you heard that? And a waiting area, too. So we've talked about the selection, and we've talked about the great brands and everything that they've got working. But you need to see Chris, Mark, and Denver, all the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, and they're all inside the Fayetteville Auto
Before
Park.
we get into the Lamar Jackson debate, I don't think it's much of a debate. He got hosed. Let's get to Heath and Cabot, and we'll get to this NFL MVP. Just quick debate. Not really a debate, just how Lamar Jackson got absolutely, I don't know what happened, honestly. Hosed. Heath and Cabot, what's up, buddy?
Good morning, gentlemen.
Heath.
Listen, I've never seen so many Kansas City Chiefs fans in the state of Arkansas. I'm still baffled. All this time I thought the Cowboys were America's team, but I guess I've been wrong because they suck.
Well, they were.
People
and
got
then
to grasp on the next winning program.
Absolutely.
But listen, Bo, look, Kansas City's been more of a draw ever since this whole Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce garbage that's gone on in the box. for the last 2 years.
That's global. That's global. That's not for those of us sports fans. That's just global outsiders.
They draw so much attention. It's not out of the realm of possibility. Sporting events have been fixed for years. Players have been bought. Look, from the Black Sox, the Shoeless Joe, to Sonny Liston and Ali, sporting events have been fixed and bought. It's not out of the realm.
So do you think the fix is in for Sunday?
That the refs just happen to give. There's a holding call on every single college football play. They only call the blatant ones. But, look, it's obvious that Kansas City has got favorable calls this year. Everybody could look at the games and know that. If you don't, you're just blind and you just want to ignore it.
I think you're getting drowned out by the music. Yeah. If you want to hold, we'll take your call.
Heath's right. Heath, Gentle Ben, right.
In what way?
They're just right. The fix is in.
Is it
Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, Taylor Swift. That's where the money is.
Go Chiefs. Chiefs.
You know the sound, you know the place, and you know the time of year that means live racing at Oaklawn is coming. If your Oaklawn is playing favorites, letting it ride on long shots, or just soaking up the vibes of race day, it's time to make your plans and discover your Oaklawn. Live racing starts Friday, December 6th. Reserve seats, rooms in our hotel, or a spot in your favorite Oaklawn restaurant at oaklawn.com.
This is my Oaklawn.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I always enjoy talking about Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. If you followed my radio career, you remember they were partners on the original sports rap radio program over 20 years ago. We've done business together from an advertising perspective, but more importantly, they've been my partners in buying and selling homes. I'd recommend them to anybody. They're in Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and in Branson. Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Hey, it's Bo Mattingly, and McDonald Eye Associates is my one-stop for any vision need. The progressives they have me in are a game changer, and my new sunglasses are going to be great for baseball season. McDonald Eye was the first practice in the state to perform LASIK, and they have the most experience. They also have the new vision correction options for all ages, including cataract and clear lens replacement to see your best from all distances. For your best vision, McDonald Eye is the place to go.
Bo, when your show went off a few years ago, it was like I've been lost ever since then. And I just really appreciate your show.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED, because millions of men experience it. Did you know that 1 in 4 people seeking treatment for ED are under 40? So you're not alone. And even better, HIMS can help. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs at up to 95% less than the brand names when you get started at hims.com/joy. It all starts with an online intake form. From there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. Through hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Millions of men experience ED, but HIMS can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. hims.com/joy.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, cloudy skies. There is a chance of seeing a few showers. Our temperatures will be in the low 40s north, right around the mid-50s south. We may see just a little wet weather tonight, otherwise cloudy skies. Temperatures rising through the 40s north, close to 50 south, and then another chance of just a few showers across the south on Saturday. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by In Good Spirits, Fort Smith's premier source for fine wines, specialty beers, and liquor.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
You're listening to ESPN 95.3, KERX Paris Fort Smith.
Dumps it underneath. Golden shot blocked by Brazil.
Oof. Oof. It's a tough time. Injured, and it was not your fault. Hurts in the pocketbook, too. Who do you turn to? Don't call a lawyer and find they're out of state or talk with someone at a call center. Call us at the Brad Hendricks Law Firm and talk to a real Arkansas lawyer directly. And remember, the only place that success comes before work is in the dictionary. We'll work hard for you. Have for over 30 years. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
Dozy Place has now been serving award-winning steaks for over 20 years. Celebrate your special birthday, holiday, person, or just because at Dozy Place. Start with delicious appetizers and your choice of drinks from the largest selection of wines, beer, and liquor in the River Valley. Dozy Place is open Tuesday through Thursday 5 till 9 and Friday and Saturday 5 till 10. Reservations are recommended, so call 784-9111. 784-9111 for Dozy Place, 422 North 3rd Street, Fort Smith.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Leaving for the gym so early?
I'm ready to go.
Since you started taking Nugenix Total T, you've been acting like when we met in our 20s.
I feel like myself again. Lower testosterone after turning 40 slowed me down. Nugenix Total T has been a game changer for me.
What is it about Nugenix Total T that's different?
It's a key ingredient called Tesnor. It boosts free and total testosterone to help you get back the drive and energy from your youth. Total T is backed by 5 clinical studies.
I've seen the huge difference it's made for you in the gym, at work, and in the bedroom.
I'm so glad I sent them a text for my complimentary bottle. Text ROCK to 321321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Nugenix is the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and we'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text ROCK to 321321. That's ROCK to 321321.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Remember when we were talking about starting this show, and Chuck says to me, and I want us to be strong on pop culture.
What I meant was
nodded.
everybody else.
Yeah, I just kind of nodded. Was like, oh. And then
I look back now, I would say these
we have
things.
no clue.
And Bo would just be suppressing laughter. Oh, we got to do weather. We got to do weather. I realize now that you guys were all scoffing at my idea.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
That was a called play, and I called it, Chuck.
Back to Safe Sports Radio.
I'm ready to roll right now,
Can you
Bo.
believe we're doing this?
This brings back.
Just like old times.
This is getting ridiculous, Bo Mattingly.
Northwest Arkansas is growing. It deserves an intelligent sports radio.
Two ball play guys with a face for radio.
Here is Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
We got another team coming in this weekend who has a week off, like Oklahoma. Yeah. We play the same thing. Wednesday, Saturday, they have a week off. That's going to make it doubly hard, but who cares? Let's go. We need our fans there, early, standing. Look, I've been in that building when it's nuts. I've been there. We need it nuts now. From here on in, we need it nuts because we're going to play hard games.
Make it nuts. Make Bud Walton Arena nuts on Saturday night.
It will be. I don't have any doubt about that. I think it'll be the best crowd of the year.
What a weekend, man. What a weekend. What if we had a back-to-back, just a Hog win over Alabama, Chiefs win on Sunday? I mean, the show on Monday will be electric. We won't have slept. I mean, Edward and I will be dancing in the streets.
Whatever. Whatever. It is going to be a big weekend.
I am not some hardcore fan. I am not out here telling you. Edward's a different story. He's grown up being a Chiefs fan.
I mean, look at that top. He's had it since what? You were 4 or 5?
It's been a while.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Who's the earliest Chiefs player you remember?
Jamal Charles.
Okay.
Oh, well, you're going back into the archives there.
Yeah.
I'm 26 years old, Chuck.
Well, I mean, I would have thought you would have done a
That
little
was
research. I would have thought you would have done a little research.
He said that I remember
I've been a Chiefs
watching.
fan since Len Dawson was quarterback.
Otis Taylor.
Yeah.
Willie Lanier.
Christian Okoye.
Those NFL films, when the Chiefs from back in the day, they had like Buck Buchanan and Willie Lanier and all those guys, and you can hear the voice, and they would show them on television back when they played in the mud. Those were the days.
By the way, before we get back to the phones, they shuffled ESPN.
I know.
Doing the best they can to bring viewers what they want. And Luka's debut with the Lakers. So they moved stuff around, and Arkansas is now, instead of tipping at 7, they're going to be at 7:30 on ESPN. And today, we go to the Chevy Situation Room. Edward tells us.
Mark Stein is reporting that Luka is expected to make his Lakers debut on Monday.
So all this trouble for nothing. It's the bottom line.
Turns out, what did you say? Turns out Luka had an appointment with.
Yeah. Well, you got a big buffet day on
the Golden
Saturday.
Corral.
Yeah, Golden
It's
Corral.
all you can eat.
Do you have
Golden
Golden Corrals in L.A.? Do they have that there? I don't know.
I'm sure they do. It's
But,
in a suburb somewhere.
I'm sure there's a buffet of some sort
IHOP.
out there. You can
He's going to hit the IHOP
gorge on
on
In-N-Out
yeah.
burgers
It's
out
like,
there.
listen,
I don't
guys,
know.
I need another day before I get all this whiskey and cigarette out of my system.
Yeah. Well, it's L.A. He's got to look sleek. He's got to look good. And I'm sure he will.
This guy, he's just taking on more. Come on.
It's not him.
he's a
It's everybody
star.
else that's making such a big deal. I mean, he's just Luka being Luka.
Steven, hang on. I'm about to get to your call, but I just got to say this. So Josh Allen was named NFL MVP, the Bills quarterback, over Lamar Jackson. And there's the only stat that Josh Allen has better than Lamar Jackson is rushing touchdowns, which is kind of ironic. But when the Bills would get down in there in the short red zone, that's all they would run. He had 12 rushing touchdowns. Lamar had 4. But Lamar had 45 overall touchdowns. Josh Allen had 40. Let me just run through this real quick.
Please.
67% completion percentage, Lamar Jackson, to Josh Allen, 64%. 4,172 yards passing. Josh Allen, 3,731. Yards per attempt, 8.8 for Lamar, 7.7 for Josh Allen. Yards per game, 245 for Lamar Jackson, Allen with 219. Lamar Jackson, 41 passing touchdowns to 4 interceptions. Josh Allen, 28 TDs to 6 interceptions. I won't continue to go on. Rushing yards, blah, blah, passer rate, blah, blah, blah. Lamar Jackson, how does he not win the MVP? I'm not some huge fan of either one of these guys. I enjoy watching them both play. But, Chuck, when injustice is done, somebody's got to stand up.
And I'm glad you're here to do that. But just for the record, I agree with
Somebody's got to
you.
say
Just for the
something.
record, I agree
Come
with you.
on.
And I'm not anti-Josh Allen.
At all.
But
Me either.
I think Lamar is I think he's the best player in the league most Sundays. I'm not saying he's not, he's not perfect, but
nobody is.
41 touchdown passes and 4 interceptions. I mean, you think about that. Against the best players in the world, the best defensive minds in the world. So
here's the other ironic thing about how we do things in our country. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the game, the best player on the field anytime he's on the field, right?
Well,
Right.
he's really good for that team. There's no doubt about it. Do I think he's as good overall as Lamar Jackson? No, I don't.
Well, I don't think Lamar Jackson would have had the same success as in Kansas City. I
Well,
think
we'll
Lamar
never
puts
know.
out amazing
we'll
numbers,
never know.
but Mahomes just he knows how to win.
He does. There's no doubt.
He just finds ways
There's
to
no
win.
doubt about it.
We've got another stat just to put in perspective of Lamar Jackson's season. He's the only quarterback ever to pass for more than 40 touchdowns and less than 5 interceptions in a season.
Yeah, that's not MVP worthy. I don't know what is. Steven in Nashville, you're on the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
Thank you for taking my call. I'll make it quick. When that guy was calling in earlier talking about the refs' calls and stuff and why the NFL, he believes it's fixed, I believe it's not the refs' calls on the field. I didn't believe it until that game that Kansas City ran backwards and took the safety at the end of the game and still just kneeling the ball down, because in all my years of watching high school, college, if you're up by 11 points and Vegas had you at 9.5, why in the world would you run backwards to get a safety to give to the other team if you wasn't working for Vegas? That's just my opinion. It ain't the refs called it. That's the one that made me go, wait a minute.
Well, they all cashed in when the game was over.
God, that's just, it's unbelievable. Like for anybody that's saying this, you can't be serious and then watch other NFL games. It's
the
just
moon
there's
full
so
last night.
much
We got a full
attention.
moon going this week.
It's just so much attention on the Chiefs, and they're winning more than anybody else. So when they do get a call that goes their way, it's, the officials are in on it. Watch any NFL game, and you're going to see it happen. And if you're a hardcore fan of an NFL team, you've thought it's happened against you like so many times. But suddenly now the fix is in. I mean, honestly, it sounds ridiculous.
I got a question.
It just sounds ridiculous.
I got a question for you guys.
Come on.
Maybe you know the answer. Do the referees actually get Super Bowl bonus money from Kansas City? Because the team gets Super Bowl bonus money, and if you win, you get the winner's share.
I don't think they can
and
do
they
money.
vote to split it up. Ball boys, equipment guys get a piece.
They get a honey baked ham at Christmas.
Well, I would imagine that they're probably going to get some sort of the share that the Chiefs got. I know they get a ring, so I'm just assuming they're going to get some money too.
What's going to be ironic coming out of this game is all the Chiefs fans that are talking about how they got hosed by the officials. If the Chiefs lose, that's what we're going to get. And I think the human element of this, that could very well happen.
I'm so lost right now.
Because the officials have been so just beat up here that they're going to overcompensate. It's just human nature. And the Eagles are going to get all the calls. And what I think is this is a vast conspiracy by Philadelphia Eagles fans and all of their connections in the NFL. They are the fourth largest media market in the country. And they have gotten to the Illuminati. I think the Illuminati started.
The Illuminati of Philadelphia
Eagle fans.
Oh yeah,
and,
those Eagles Illuminati.
It is the city of our country. I mean, it is Philadelphia, brotherly love, and boy, if you think they've got,
so you're going with the reverse conspiracy theory.
I am. That's what I'm going with.
I got you.
That's what I'm setting up with.
I
don't know how the Chiefs are.
I'm going to take
quite
your
frankly,
conspiracy and I'm going to up it with my conspiracy theory. Okay. All right, I got you.
That's what it is. Yeah.
There's a lot of black helicopters.
I see you and I raise you.
Yeah. There's going to be, the conspiracy theory is going to be running wild.
Yeah, 877-377-6963. So the Super Bowl, you can bet on anything you want, like how long the anthem is, the order of songs for the halftime show.
120
Tom
and a half
Brady's
seconds.
tie.
Plus 114.
Do me a favor.
What?
You sing the anthem right now, and Everett and I will time it
I'm
just
not
to
gonna
see
do
the
that.
average.
I'm not going to do that.
Go.
No, we're not going to do that.
And then we'll play Carl. Well, actually, we can play Carl Lewis first.
Yeah.
And then we'll play you
Play
second.
Carl Lewis, Roseanne Barr, and then,
Yeah.
I'll come back clean up,
Chuck, if
so to speak.
somebody came to you and they asked you to sing the anthem at a Razorback baseball game, would you do it?
No.
You would politely decline.
I would politely decline because I would not do it justice.
How do you
if
do
I
it?
felt like I could do it justice.
You're an American singing our
I
anthem.
understand,
What do you mean
but
do it
what
justice?
I'm saying
It's
is
you. It's
I've
your
heard
heart.
so
It's your
many
voice.
people do the anthem well that frankly, in fact, now that you brought it up,
okay.
does every person out there singing the national anthem think they're going to be a country music star? I mean, every single time they have the anthems in any event, Razorback events, I travel a lot. Lots of national anthems are being sung out there. Every single one of them. You can tell. They just look like they're going to be on America's Got Talent.
It's my moment.
It's
my moment.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly right.
Right.
And, no, I would not do it.
Are you saying that because of all
I
the
have too much
anthems-
respect for the national anthem to get on there and butcher it. Just to be
Well, I mean,
perfectly
just
honest.
be, yeah.
And I'm
I think
offended when people
try
do
to overdo it.
Yeah.
They try to overdo it. Are you saying that because of all the anthems that you have heard and all the ones that have been too much about the person singing it,
yes,
that you have become a little jaded?
Maybe
to
so.
the anthem.
Maybe.
Not the anthem, but just like when it comes on, you no longer get chills at these events.
I get chills when it's done the right way.
Like Chris Stapleton.
Hey, I'm going to tell you
Was
what
it last
happened
year?
at Kentucky.
Stapleton, unbelievable.
Let me
2
tell
years
you what
ago?
happened at Kentucky. And it was really cool. Not as cool as winning the game, but it was really cool. The gentleman who sang the national anthem, I mean, rich baritone voice, part of their music department, probably a third of the way in there. He was a choral director. About a third of the way through, he stopped singing and just started directing the choir, which was 23,000 people in Rupp Arena.
That's cool.
And I mean, everybody was singing it out at their top of their lungs. I mean, they were belting it out. That was really cool.
That is cool.
That does, that does the anthem justice. Some of the people that get on there and, twang their way through it and hope somebody thinks they're good, I'm not sure they're really doing it justice.
We need a good anthem on Saturday night.
I think so, too.
At Bud Walton Arena.
Maybe a good trumpet every now and
Yeah.
then. Remember back at the old
That's a
days of
great
Bud
idea.
Walton Arena
Yeah.
in Barnhill
Yes.
when they played it with a trumpet?
Yes.
I always thought that was great. I thought it was
Let's
the best
get
rendition they ever did.
Let's get some
Bring the
instruments.
trumpet players back.
Right. How about a violin? Let's get some instruments. How about
That's
a sax?
what I'm saying.
How about a saxophone?
I'm with you.
100%. That's
Have a
next
little
level.
creativity around here.
That's
for crying
yes.
out loud.
That's next level. The beautiful
I thought,
a harp. How about a harp?
In all seriousness, though, I thought the national anthem at Kentucky was the best I've heard in a long, long time. Maybe since Larry Shank was alive and used to do it at Baum Stadium.
Oh, now you're
best I've ever
pulling on
heard.
heartstrings.
I know that, but I'm telling you, it was that kind of deal at Lexington on Saturday. So maybe
we need next level.
That's the reason I'm not doing
what
it.
we need.
That's the
Do
reason.
you
If you were to
play
ask me,
a musical instrument,
I can play the piano a little bit, and I can play a little bit of low brass, just a little bit.
Now you're getting me excited. Like there's so many instruments that would sound awesome. Like a guitar, a piano, a great piano.
Zamfir. Hey, let me read this ad. We
A
got to go to
kazoo,
a break.
a kazoo.
Kazoo. Hey, that wouldn't sound bad if you had everybody in the building doing it.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're buying or selling a home, I know this. Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, is the name you need to
They'll
remember.
sing the anthem for
They'll
you.
sing it for you. And some of them probably do it well, would be my guess. I do know this, that let's talk about selling your home for a minute. You want, number one, to get the price that you're asking for. And it would be okay if maybe you got a little bit more than that. You also want somebody who understands what the group of buyers is like at that particular moment, knows what to advise you of in those situations. And, obviously, if you're buying a home, they're going to make sure you understand everything that you qualify for. They're going to make sure you understand that you have the best possible situation getting into your home. That's what a real estate professional does. Not just somebody trying to sell you a house, but a real estate professional. And that's what you have at Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. It's why they've been doing it since 1978. And you can check out their selection at WeichertGriffin.com.
It's Conspiracy Theory Friday, 7/17 on the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
I don't like getting up early in the mornings. I mean, even to go duck hunting, but I do get up every morning now to listen to you guys.
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
If you suffer from sleep apnea, but you can't stand wearing your CPAP machine, I've got good news. And you need it because not wearing your CPAP can lead to severe health problems.
Sleep is probably God's gift of medicine that we really don't utilize enough. If you don't have good sleep, you're not only affecting your body, it can affect your heart, it can affect your lungs, it can increase weight gain. If you don't get good sleep, you also are not filtering your brain well. So sleep's very, very important.
Dr. Scotty Boulding, who's an Arkansas native and world-renowned surgeon, has proven surgical alternatives that can improve your airway and help you breathe better.
If you have obstructive sleep apnea, it needs to be treated. So you need to be wearing your CPAP. So if you're not wearing your CPAP, there are some potential surgical solutions that can help you that actually work today. By correcting the jaw deformities that may be causing this obstructive sleep apnea is where we focus.
Call Dr. Boulding's office today at 479-755-3000 for a consultation and tell them you heard it on the Chuck and Bo Show.
It seems like everything is more expensive this this year, but at Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric, we're here to help lighten the load. This new year, enjoy no payments and no interest on all home repairs and replacements. Whether it's fixing that stubborn plumbing issue, replacing an aging heating and air system, or upgrading your electrical, our Pascal pros are here to keep your home running smoothly and stress-free. Visit gopascal.com today to schedule your service. Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric. Professional people, professional service. See dealer for details with approved credit. Restrictions apply.
Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweatnum Edge is all about. It's where health, confidence, and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation today and see where you are. Chuck and I have both done it and are better off for it. Log on to SweatnumCosmetic.com and click on the Sweatnum Edge.
And I listen in every day. Everybody know that. I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
Good.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TRAVEL to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TRAVEL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TRAVEL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
At Hug Chevrolet Buick GMC, we dial 782-8940.
This is Joe Calderera with Taliano's Restaurant. We call 782-8940.
Keep warm this winter with a York high-efficiency furnace. Or for more information on endless hot water and a high-efficiency tankless water heater, give Blaylock Heating, Air, and Plumbing Services a call at 782-8940.
That's 782-8940.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
I mean, I have a keen perception of the obvious. Let me tell you, I notice things that other people don't notice, and I am curious about why this has happened.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
It's tax season. You got to get ready for it. It's here whether you like it or not. Taxes are hard. Filing with H&R Block's easy. Walk in, make an appointment, or make an appointment. You can walk in or just get an appointment ahead of time, either one. And get 100% accuracy and your max refund guaranteed. Put 70 years of tax expertise to work for you at H&R Block. Chuck, I can't have the IRS taking you off the show. We can't. So let's just make sure you're on top of this.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Somebody, David texted in, couldn't agree more. Chris Stapleton was the best national anthem ever.
Did someone say Chris Stapleton was the best national anthem ever?
He was awesome.
Okay. No, I'm not saying he wasn't awesome. Best ever, I don't know, but he was awesome.
Jimi Hendrix?
There's been some good ones. There's another thing we
Jimi
always
Hendrix
do.
played it at Woodstock, baby.
We always do this, too. Like, in our society now, this sounds so old when anybody goes, in our society, but that's where I am. Everything's got to be like, well, somebody did it better. Like, why can't we just have a bunch of people who did it really well?
I agree with you there.
Everything doesn't have to
Everything's
be a
got to be a
competition
comparison.
Yeah. Like, it's just I'm not kidding. All of those suggestions you had on the anthem and musical instruments like a trumpet solo, a saxophone, all that. Why don't we do that?
Wheel out a grand piano.
What happened to that?
America's Got Talent, Star Search, and all those shows out there that make instant stars of people and everybody watches
That's
them, and
another
they think,
thing.
well, if that guy can do it,
gotta
I
be
can
a
do
star.
it.
I can't just do it.
I
gotta
know.
be a star.
I got to be the best ever.
I can't just go out there and sing it. I can't go out there and just play it. I got to be a star.
I will say this. That's got to be, in all seriousness, that's got to be the most nerve-wracking thing in the world. I mean, you're standing out there.
100%.
You got 20,000 people staring at you thinking, man, I wonder if he or she's going to be any good.
And you know,
and
in the
they're going
back
to be
of your
critiquing
mind,
everything you do.
You know in the back of your mind all the gaffes that have happened
Oh,
and been
yeah.
made fun
That's
of
right.
forever. And that's got to play into
Well, plus they're all staring at you. You know, they're all just staring at you. So,
hey,
I'm not totally serious when I say everybody's trying to be a country star. Just half serious.
Well, speaking of country stars, and I know how much you love country, Garth Brooks is 63 today.
Wow.
One of the best entertainers of all time.
He's a great entertainer.
He's just an amazing entertainer.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's the best. I'm just saying he's
He's in the group.
Him
is
in
what you're
concert
saying.
at Razorback Stadium
Yeah.
was
It's
an
a night to remember.
entertainment.
Yeah,
it was
it was an event.
entertainment.
It was
Like,
an event.
Yeah, it wasn't like it wasn't a concert. It
I
was
agree.
way more than that.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Rock is 60 today?
Yeah.
Wow. Ashton Kutcher's 47. Is it Kutcher or Kutcher?
Kutcher.
Kutcher?
Kutcher.
We sure of that?
Yes.
Okay. So I would have said Kutcher.
Thank you, Edward.
It's not how Bo pronounced it there.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, can we go to break? That's going to be a hard one to recover from.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kutcher.
Remember that show, Punked?
Oh, yeah.
That was good.
That's like where he
Do they
started,
do they rerun any of those? I don't know. I don't watch MTV.
They've got prank shows, but
Yeah.
I don't know about
It's National Bubblegum Day. National Wear Red Day. Okay, you want to talk about a conspiracy.
Okay.
Okay. The national calendar people are in on it too. Chiefs have the officials and the national calendar people, if you believe the conspiracy theorists that are texting and calling the show today. National Fettuccine Alfredo Day. This is where we have messed up. And now today is our chance for redemption. It's National Send a Card to a Friend Day.
Do people still send cards?
Bart.
I mean, like actually fill out the card and send it? I mean, I do occasionally,
I do.
but I wonder if I'm outdated.
Well, I do.
Do you really?
I mean,
well, you're more thoughtful
I
than
will.
the average person.
Well, I don't know if I mail it. I think it's for kids on their birthday.
Well, yeah.
You got Valentine's Day coming up for your significant
But
other.
this is send a card to a friend day.
Yeah, like
So
just
you
mail it.
Go to the store
No.
and hey, that's a fun card. I think I'm going to send it to Edward.
No,
You do that?
Well, maybe on his birthday. We would. But actually, this is going to be a tradition here. We need to do this where if it's Edward's birthday, we all get a card and we secretly pass it around and sign it. And you're right, like nobody's better at production than you are, Edward.
Stay cool.
Thanks for filling in for those 7 weeks that Bart missed for COVID. Great job. And then I give it to you and you sign it and then you pass it around the office. And then when he comes in the next morning, he's like, wow, these guys like me. They think about me. And we don't, but we did that just to make him
Tradition.
feel. Right.
Well, there was a time when we did that. I mean, you would write all kinds of insincere things on people's birthday cards, and we don't do that as much
tradition
anymore.
Is alive and well. Actually, it's via text.
Yeah.
Actually, it's Facebook on your birthday.
Yeah, that's right.
It's what you like to post a happy birthday to Chuck. Happy birthday, Chuck! Three exclamation points.
Make it one of the best ever.
It's also National Periodic Table Day.
Yeah.
That's where you lost me.
I love to celebrate that.
Yeah.
It's always a raucous time.
877-377-6963. What do you want to talk about next?
I don't know.
I mean, you want to talk about the Hogs? You want to talk about the Chiefs?
I'm excited about the ball game tomorrow night. I actually think it's going to be an exciting 24 hours in Fayetteville.
Is anybody camping out?
I don't know.
Anybody's out there?
See, they
in
got
line
a
at the student
gymnastics
section?
thing going tonight, and there's going to be 10,000 people there for that tonight.
Did you say Alabama can't get in for a shoot around?
Well, they won't have a shoot around in the building tonight because of the
tomorrow?
gymnastics.
They'll have all day
They'll have
tomorrow.
one tomorrow. But lots of
long
teams,
wait tomorrow.
ours included, lots of teams will go in when they get there on Friday afternoon or early Friday evening. First thing they do is go to the gym, shoot a little bit, and then you go do whatever. Lots of times, though, this time of year, there's a gymnastics meet on Friday night. So it's not uncommon that you can't get in the arena on Friday night. And so tonight, Alabama's not going to be able to get in.
Alabama's really, really good. Really good. We'll maybe get into some of that next.
Hey, but Arkansas is playing really well right now, too.
Depending wherever the wind takes us, we might get into some of that, when we come back. There's a chance that there's the potential for that to happen. Hey, if you're looking at your house thinking, I got to get some stuff cleaned up, my gutters are an issue coming out of fall, I got leaves in there and all that kind of stuff. If you're having issues with your gutters or drainage around your home, you need to call Hog Trough Gutters. They're locally owned and operated, over 30 years of experience. They do it all. Seamless gutters, made on site, trenching and French drains, plus they're fully licensed and insured. Every job comes with a 20-year warranty. Log on to hoggutters.com. If you got an issue that you're not sure of, you can take a picture of it. There's a phone number at hoggutters.com. You can text that picture in, and they'll give you an evaluation for free right there. But easy, quick, convenient. They service all of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Hoggutters.com. Gutters for those of you that don't know. Yeah, well, I'm not always sure of myself. Hoggutters.com. Back in a minute on the Chuck and Bo Show. Good Friday morning.
Touching the hearts of Arkansans. The passive-aggressive Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning. Being a Razorback fan isn't just about the game. It's about the community, the tradition, and the moments that matter. At Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks, they understand the importance of those moments. That's why they offer a selection of fine jewelry that goes beyond the ordinary, just like our hogs. Visit Blakeman's Fine Jewelry in Rogers, where you'll find that perfect piece to celebrate your Razorback spirit and the special moments in your life.
Our New Year's sale is on at Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Get total New Year's savings up to $13,000 on select in-stock new 2024 Silverados. That's up to $13,000 in total savings on a new Silverado. Limited time only during our New Year's sale at Chevrolet of Fayetteville in the Fayetteville Auto Park. Chevrolet, together let's drive. ChevroletofFayetteville.com. Savings include dealer discounts and all incentives on select models. Must qualify. See dealer for details. Expires 3/3/25.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You hear that? You hear that?
Back to Save Sports Radio.
The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
Carl Ravage is our guest.
I would like to see some type of change where you don't have to get off to a slow start. The idea that Cal's teams have historically started slow, I'd have to go back and look at some of the national championship teams that he had at Kentucky. Did they start slow, or is that just a thing when you don't have 4 or 5 stars all playing together?
Weekdays from 9 to 11 only on ESPN 95.3.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
There's big news in the mobile sports betting business. Bet Saracen was just named the 15th largest sports book in America. That's because Arkansans like to do business with a winner. Find all your winners on Bet Saracen. Download it today and look for my RR prop bet specials. I pick them, you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Winter has arrived, bringing frosty mornings, holiday travels, and unpredictable roads. That's why it's the perfect time to visit Southern Tire Mart. From top quality tires to expert service at competitive prices, we've got you covered. Visit our Fort Smith location at 9700 Highway 271 and let us prepare your vehicle for everything winter has in store. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. We keep America rolling.
When your carpets, upholstery, and floors look dirty and stained, call your local Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Service Master Clean is an industry leader and can remove the toughest stains from your home or office. And they back their work with a satisfaction guarantee. Eliminate dirt and grime from your carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate floors. Call your local Service Master Clean, 479-646-4087. That's 646-4087 or online at ServiceMasterPC.com.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
This Black History Month, National University honors those who have broken barriers and paved the way for future generations. If you're a parent and a professional, a dreamer and a doer, NU is here to support you with flexible online classes and career-focused resources, so you can earn your degree while balancing work, family, and everything in between. Visit nu.edu to learn more. That's nu.edu.
Planning your Valentine's Day date? Joe's Grill and Cantina has a delicious and fun Valentine's Day date ready for you. Get started with an appetizer including queso and guacamole. Then have chicken tortilla soup plus your choice of 2 entrees, fajitas, voodoo enchiladas, chili lime salmon, and their famous Mexicali. Plus end the dinner with a heart-shaped skillet brownie. All of this for just $45 a couple. Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street across from Hart. Your place for Valentine's Day.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time, every time.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Bart, I marvel at your wisdom.
Okay.
I don't know how to do this, but because you're so much smarter than me, I'm sure you do.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Yeah, we may have to put a call into Bart.
Bart really is smart, though.
He is. He's looking at like 12 days being out here. I guess Monday it'll be 14 days. It'll be 14 days on Monday where Bart sat over there across the way and just said, man, I'm not really feeling it today, guys. And then there was a point where he just got up and left, and we haven't seen him since.
I feel like we need some kind of memorial at his desk. Like a bouquet.
Some flowers.
Some flowers.
Yeah.
A
That's
candle.
depressing.
Yeah.
But a card would be nice today. We should get a card, and we should fill it out, and we should actually put it in the mail, and he'll get it like Tuesday.
That would be good.
Well, it's not like he's going to be back by then. So, I mean, you know.
I'm hopeful.
I am
hopeful.
too.
I really
I am
am.
too. I hope he feels better.
I am hopeful.
But I got to admit, after 2 weeks, it's like, hey, come on, man, you milked this about as much as you milk. I mean, you've got an obligation now to either just move on
Guys,
or come back to work.
I don't know what to tell you. I really want to come back, but I keep testing positive.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
It's
know.
like, are you using the same test?
Yeah, exactly. Every time I pick it up, it says, I mean, it says it right there, positive. It says it right there on the test.
You're supposed to do another one. That's right. Jeff Goodman, who is a basketball critic, I would call him. He's a writer. He's a podcaster. He's
self-proclaimed.
He's a commentator of college basketball. He's a bit controversial, to say the least. And he's one of those guys that can be, overly critical. And he's not necessarily that popular among some coaches. But he has been doing this a long time. He was on ESPN at one point. Here's Jeff Goodman's take on his Field of 68 podcast on Arkansas and the NCAA tournament chances.
So if you finish 4 games under 500 in the SEC, I think Arkansas gets in. I really believe that. There's just so many, other than LSU at home and I guess at South Carolina, everything else is a quality win.
Is that 5 wins?
That's 5 wins,
4
getting to
games
7.
Under.
Well, we've been saying
500.
that all along. I mean,
7 and 11.
That's 7 and 11. And I hear people say, "Well, they need to be 500 to be safe." Let's start doing simple math. I'm no math major, but I can do addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication. I can do that. If there are going to be 12 or 13 teams from the SEC get in, There's only 8 of them that are going to finish 500. If your criteria is, well, you got to be 500 to feel safe, well, then you just think 8 teams are going to get in. There's going to be 4 or maybe 5 teams below 5, and they're not all going to be like 8 and 10. It's mathematically impossible. So, yeah, there's going to be a 7 and 11 team from the SEC get in. There might be 2 of them. If there is a 7 and 11 team and Arkansas is 7 and 11, they're going to be one of them. I feel certain in saying that.
What's 500? 9 and 9?
9 and 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
If he says 4 games, if he says 4 games below 500,
right?
To me, that means you have to. He's saying if they win 5 games, but I see that's not what he's actually saying.
He's saying win 5 more games. Get
does
to
that
7
make sense?
and 11.
I see what
you
you're
see what
saying.
I'm saying, but that's not what he meant. Like
Right.
5 wins.
He's
is not
saying
gonna
get
you
to
in.
7 and 11. That's what he's
saying.
saying.
But I understand what
Yeah,
you're saying.
because 4 games below 500 would be
my math
winning
was off,
5
too.
games.
Yeah, it would be
9 teams.
5 and 30, or I don't know.
I don't know if there's going to be 13, but again, I mean, hey, Lenardi tweeted
Chuck's
out.
the
We
math
thought
guy.
we had
No,
it.
yeah.
We thought we had it. We don't have it at all.
Well, Lenardi, yeah, we screwed that up.
We thought we had it. We did
I had
not.
my numbers down until I realized they were wrong. But
I can do math.
yeah, I can do it all.
Addition. I can.
But I can't do it on the spot.
I can do
I
multiplication.
can't do it without paper. I can't do it without paper, pencil, and eraser. Okay,
Well, you're a teacher's
I
dream.
gotta carrying the number in my mind's hard to do.
You are a elementary teacher's dream. Show me your work. Now, how did you get to that answer, Chuck? Show me your work.
But as I was saying, Lenardi tweeted out last night that he thought Arkansas could get in. He didn't say other teams in the SEC, but Lenardi said he thought Arkansas could get in at 6 and 12 in the SEC.
Wow, that's as
Now,
low as we've heard.
I don't know if that's possible. I've been trying to. I did a little, short research, not a deep dive, not a Bart type dive, into
Chevy situation.
Have there been 6 and 12 conference records that have gotten into the Big Dance? I would think the Big 12 and the Big East, or maybe the ACC, would be the only candidates out there to have had that happen. But I thought that was interesting. And again, I'll go back to what I said yesterday. The numbers you need to pay attention to right now in terms of a lot of teams, Arkansas included, quad 1 wins, quad 3 and 4 losses. How many quad 1 wins do you have, and have you been able to avoid losses to quad 3 and 4 teams? I think those are the numbers for a handful of teams, including Arkansas, you got to watch right now.
Well, quad 3 and 4, we're 10-0, and we don't have another
That's
one
right.
on our schedule, so I think we
That's
can
right.
safely
That's right.
mark us out of that. It's just about how many wins. we
Losing
get
to
down the
LSU at home would be bad.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
Losing to South Carolina. And I'm going to tell you, when we get to that game, if Arkansas has played well, and I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves right here, that could end up being a really, really tough game because long trip on their home floor right before the end of the season. You're just about at the point where you're in.
They almost beat Auburn
Yeah.
at their place.
I mean, I don't want to get into that right now because
I
that's,
hear you, though.
that's down the road.
I
But
don't
but
care
when
who
you
it is.
handicap every
I don't
game.
care who it is. If you win 5 more games, you're in.
I think so too.
Or are they at?
I feel pretty certain of that, actually.
Are they 2 and no? They're 3 and
they
they have
got
3
3,
wins.
yeah.
If they win 4 more games,
Right.
they're
yeah,
in.
4 more. All right, we finally got our numbers down. They're 3 and 6, and if they win 4 more games, 3, 4, 7 games. You got 19 or 18 total games in the league, 7 and 11. It all adds up now. 7 and 11, they're in.
One more time.
Nah, I'm not sure I could do it again. I don't have any paper here.
Michael in Dallas, you're on the Chuck and Bo Show, 742. Good morning, Michael. What's happening?
Hey, good morning, fellas. I feel kind of bad now calling because we've changed topics here.
That's all right.
Wait,
we'll come
listen, it's free for all Friday.
Well, I've worked for the Mavericks for over a decade, Chuck. I wanted to kind of, you could probably relate to this. You remember the days back in junior high when you could walk around the school and there was always that little area kind of where you would see all the smokers hung out.
Oh, I never
Before
went
school
there.
Started, or they're in lunch. Well, that's kind of where Luca hangs out.
Yeah.
Yeah? Tell me more. Tell us about Luca. What's the issue?
Anyway, let me kind of Eddie. I haven't heard from Eddie this week, so I kind of wanted to channel my Eddie into what I wanted to say. So I'm no comedian, so y'all bear with me. But as far as gentlemen. Good morning. Good morning, gentlemen. As far as the NBA and is rigged, and we've had referees serve time for that, the NFL surely has set the Kansas City Chiefs up, starting with the last play of the Super Bowl last year when the ball was definitely being thrown away by Mahomes. It would never have been caught, but they get called the play penalty that gave them the win. Carrying it on to this year when the quarterback gets the first down, but yet they say it wasn't. They get them in the Super Bowl. Now, I'm not saying they're going to win the game. I think Philadelphia's going to win the game. I really do. I think, but they needed that. You know, it's all about TV ratings, and we know what the Swifties will bring. And because of that, I've taken down my hog tree this year, and I've replaced it with the Harold Carmichael and the Ron Jaworski and the Wilbert Montgomery. And that great Arkansas State Indian Bill Burton. That's what covers my tree right now. It's the green tree.
Was Reggie White on there?
This Bart character y'all hired. This rascal gets us all fired up watching New Mexico State play Utah State at 11 o'clock at night to win locks. And, yes, I've won a little money off of it. But the biggest gambling day of the year, he's sick? What the heck's going on with this? There's Taylor Swift prop bets out there. We need to know what to do.
I think that's why we've not heard from him. I think that's why we've not heard from him, honestly.
It's terrible. You've got to flush him out, boys. You've got to flush him out somehow.
Yeah.
But I want to leave you with this
we'll call
this morning. I want you to listen to this one, all right? Philadelphia Freedom by Elton John. All right?
Okay.
And
I remember
Streets of Philadelphia by the boss himself, Bruce Springsteen.
I remember
That'll
that.
get you fired up, fellas, and go Eagles, fly, Eagles, fly.
A Dallas guy
All right,
calling
Michael.
in for the Eagles.
Yeah.
This is how
He
bad it
wouldn't
is.
go out and do that.
This is
though.
how bad
He
it
wouldn't
is.
go out and do
Wow,
that.
this is so bad. I mean, bad. This is bad hatred for the Chiefs. I mean, it's just, whew.
I remember that one. Yeah.
Whew.
Sock op days. You guys don't know about sock ops, do you?
Some people are Some people are really worked up about
I've
this.
never heard that one.
You guys tilt your head like a puppy. when
Some
I bring
people are
some of these
really
things up.
worked up about this. Let's go to Rogers. David, you're on the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey, David.
Last night I was watching the UConn game, and I was that Paige. Is their name Paige Buchers?
Yes.
Number
Beckers,
5.
something like that.
Yeah.
When she passes the ball, it reminds me of like John Stockton or Magic. She's that good.
She's incredible.
She didn't score that much, but I mean,
She's
it
fun
feels
to
like
watch.
she always
Absolutely,
knows
great player.
when to pass.
Yeah, were it not for Caitlin Clark last year, I mean, that's all anybody would have talked about. She's really good.
Yeah.
Really fun to watch.
Yeah. Chuck, I have a question. Chuck, what do you think about kids doing the national anthem?
Well, I don't have any problem with that. I mean, I think they need to be able to do
You
it.
got somebody in mind?
I think they need to be able to do it, but
It's
no,
cute.
I don't, yeah.
It's like the Chiefs.
I
it's
think
cute.
that-
Like, I don't know, like, why. The Chiefs are
There's
just.
nothing cute
it's
about
like,
the
It
Chiefs.
is. It's like a kid, out there singing the anthem. Like, there's nothing to hate about the Chiefs.
Well,
They're not arrogant. They don't act arrogant. They don't like taunt people. I mean, listen.
They don't need any help.
What is
That's
that?
the thing about it. It's all the helpers. It's all the little helpers that the Chiefs have every Sunday.
Well, you can get help being better looking and feeling better, too, at the Sweatin'em Edge with the Sweatin'emEdge.com program. It's actually Sweatin'emCosmetic.com, but at the Sweatin'em Edge is where you meet like, hey, I feel great. I don't have to feel like crap anymore. It's an amazing thing, actually. Your vitality is important. And, guys, we're terrible at following up, but you just go to Sweatin'emCosmetic.com, click on the Sweatin'em Edge, fill out the evaluation form. It'll take you like 90 seconds, and then get your free evaluation and just find out where you stand. If you're just kind of dragging a little bit, this is a complete game changer. I'm telling you, I've done it. I'm a testament of it. 747, it's the Chuck and Bo Show on a Conspiracy Friday. Good morning.
Like, I think you should look at yourself today in the mirror and say, what's wrong with me?
Okay, I will.
I'm not talking about you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
With Oaklawn Sports, the action never stops and the season is never over. It's now easier than ever to wager on your favorite sports all year long. Go from football to basketball to baseball to golf. Bet on what you want, when you want, with the brand you trust. Oaklawn Sports even offers ways to bet on cricket, rugby, table tennis, and more. If it's a sport, chances are you can wager on it. Plus, it's now simpler to deposit and withdraw money from your account. Bet all year long with Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
I'm Dr. Scotty Bolding, a native Arkansan oral and maxillofacial surgeon. One of my goals is to make Arkansans healthier.
If you have sleep disorder breathing, it's important to treat it properly. The standard treatment's a breathing machine called CPAP. It helps you breathe during the night. However, there are other options thanks to some truly innovative and proven technologies.
Sleep is probably God's gift of medicine that we really don't utilize enough. If you have obstructive sleep apnea, it needs to be treated. So you need to be wearing your CPAP. So if you're not wearing your CPAP, there are some potential surgical solutions that can help you that actually work today. By correcting the jaw deformities that may be causing this obstructive sleep apnea is where we focus.
Dr. Bolding at Precedent Center for Facial and Dental Medicine works carefully with your sleep physician, determines where the underlying obstruction may be, and provides surgical solutions that open the airway, allowing you to breathe better.
Hey, give us a call, 479-755-3000, or log on to our website, precedent.com, Precedent. We'd love to help.
Fayetteville Auto Park has been Northwest Arkansas's premier automotive dealer for a long time. There's a reason for that. It starts with great brands: Acura, Chevrolet, Honda, Toyota. Plus, they've got a huge pre-owned inventory. They've got an on-site collision center. And that really is what makes them your one-stop automotive headquarters. The best brands, the best people, the best service, and the best selection. Whatever your automotive needs, Fayetteville Auto Park.
If you haven't tried a flight by Yuengling, you're missing out on the great taste of Yuengling that is a light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Get it on draft, in the can, the new skinny cans, and now the new 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle. Perfect for any occasion. It's just 95 calories, and you're still enjoying a Yuengling. Take your beer game to new heights with Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. There's simply not a better shopping experience than Macadoodles. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Whether you're stocking up for a party, updating your bar, or just grabbing your favorites, Roger and the team are always there to help. Make the smart choice. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville. When is the last time you thought, oh, the SEC's making an announcement today, and it's going to be good for the Hogs?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hi, I'm Kelly Smith, owner of Dixie Digital Imaging. Are you in the market for a new office printer or multifunction device? Look no further. At Dixie Digital Imaging, we bring a legacy of experience and a rock-solid reputation. Our state-of-the-art solutions are tailored to meet your business needs seamlessly. Why settle for anything less? Call us now at 479-783-6600 to get a quote on your next office printer or multifunction device. Elevate your office efficiency with Dixie Digital Imaging, where experience and reputation meet excellence. That's Dixie Digital Imaging, bringing document innovations to the River Valley.
Man, I wish I knew you were here. We hear that every day at In Stock Parts, located off Highway 45 across from the cold storage in Fort Smith. Are you a maintenance technician, landscaper, farmer, or do-it-yourselfer in need of bearings, belts, or roller chain? Or safety supplies like gloves, safety glasses, or earplugs? Maybe you need drill bits, tap and die sets, lubricants, or even a gas-powered pump or generator. Don't waste your time driving around. Stop by In Stock Parts, your industrial parts resource, or check them out online at InStockParts.com. In Stock Parts.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Did you eat the whole thing during the break?
No, I had like 3 bites, but
Yeah.
I'll get back to it.
Well, I mean, look, if you're going to be a seasoned, experienced radio man, you have to learn how to eat a meal, a full meal, inside 2 and 3 minute breaks.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Ready or not, it's tax season, Chuck. H&R Block's here to help. Taxes are hard, but filing with H&R Block is easy. Luckily, they've got 70 years of tax prep expertise to work for you, so breathe easy and file with confidence at an H&R Block office near you, which there definitely is one near you. Just find where it is. You can make an appointment or you can just go in at H&R Block. Okay, Jameis Winston's been at the Super Bowl this week. The Super Bowl week, for those who haven't paid much attention over the years, is like the time to go to the Super Bowl, like during the week. The game is the game. But like all of these things, parties, all these things happen during the week. And Jameis Winston is like working for Fox, I guess, at the game or at the week, during the week. And he's been doing all kinds of things like riding, what are those bicycle taxis?
Yeah.
He's riding one of those around. He's mic'd up and he's singing. There's video of this while he's riding around, driving around one of these bike cabs.
I believe I can drive this bike. I think about it every night and day. I just almost ran over a horse today. I believe I can soar. You see me riding through an open door. I believe I can bike. I believe I can bike. I believe I can bike.
What a great voice.
Yeah.
That was my takeaway. He can sing while riding a bike. That's not easy.
No.
I mean,
he's multi-talented.
He's obviously
generational
he's
talent.
obviously very fit.
Yeah.
To have that lung capacity.
Yeah.
How about Jameis Winston for the anthem?
I'm going to vote no.
I'd vote yes.
Would you really?
Hey,
After hearing that, yeah.
Has any one player done an image turnaround more than Jameis Winston has?
That's a good point.
I mean, that guy has completely turned his image around.
He's got good PR.
Good for him. Well, he's a
likable
he seems
guy.
Authentic and very likable. Jimmy Dykes coming up to talk hoops.
Ready or not, it is tax season. But luckily, H&R Block is here. Whether you need expert help with your taxes or simply have a question or two, your neighborhood H&R Block is here for you. Taxes are hard, but filing with H&R Block is easy. Walk in or make an appointment and get 100% accuracy and your max refund guaranteed. Put 70 years of tax expertise to work for you. Get those taxes squared away today at H&R Block.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
I always enjoy talking about Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. If you followed my radio career, you remember they were partners on the original Sports Rap radio program over 20 years ago. We've done business together from an advertising perspective, but more importantly, they've been my partners in buying and selling homes. I'd recommend them to anybody. They're in Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and in Branson. Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
If you're having issues with your gutters or drainage around the house, you need to call Hog Trough Gutters. They're locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience. Seamless gutters made on site, trenching and French drains. Plus, they're fully licensed and insured, and every job comes with a 20-year guarantee. Hog Trough Gutters services all of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Log on to their website, hoggutters.com, to find out more. That's hog, Gutters.com.
Yeah, does Chuck sleep that much? Because it just sometimes.
He's old, so when you get old, you don't really sleep as much.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, two-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right.
Call Jeff Clark in Fort Smith or Brad Howell in Van Buren.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, cloudy skies. There is a chance of seeing a few showers. Our temperatures will be in the low 40s north, right around the mid-50s south. We may see just a little wet weather tonight, otherwise cloudy skies. Temperatures rising to the 40s north, close to 50 south, and then another chance of just a few showers across the south on Saturday. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by In Good Spirits, Fort Smith's premier source for fine wines, specialty beers, and liquor.
The Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
You're listening to ESPN 95.3, KERX Paris Fort Smith.
Good morning, gentlemen. I'd like to take an opportunity. Woo! Don't blow the whistle.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you, so why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Call Wade Gilkey or Chris Dooley in Fort Smith.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Welcome to TGL, presented by SoFi, golf's newest league. It's sharp and it's electric. How is it sharp? How is it electric? Good questions. Try this on for size. 2 hours of hammer dropping, overtime, forcing, playoffs on the line, golf. With 24 of the best players from the PGA Tour, split into 6 teams: Atlanta, Boston, Jupiter, LA, New York, and the Bay. This isn't your average Sunday pickup game. Tune in every week for TGL matches, only on ESPN. Keep up. It's golf.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
We have Tyler in Greenwood who said the bobblehead doll that you got as a gift of yourself, he will buy it now, today, for $2,000 if you'll sell it to him.
$2,000?
$2K. Yes, sir.
Is he crazy?
I mean-
Hey, I think that'd have to be sold. I'd have to sell that $2,000. That's like half of what Chuck gets paid to do a Razorback football game.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
That was a called play, and I called it, Chuck.
Back to Save Sports Radio.
I'm ready to roll right now,
Can you
Bo.
believe we're doing this?
This brings back.
Just like old times.
This is getting ridiculous, Bo Mattingly.
Northwest Arkansas is growing. It deserves an intelligent sports radio.
Two ball play guys with a face for radio.
Here is Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
During the play, personal foul violating Patrick Mahomes' personal bubble. The result of the play is first down, touchdown, and Chiefs win by 50 points. Hail Patrick Mahomes.
First call of the Super Bowl. That's the first call of the Super Bowl. Play that again. Play that again because you're going to hear it again Sunday. One more
During
time.
the play, personal foul violating Patrick Mahomes' personal bubble. The result of the play is first down, touchdown, and Chiefs win by 50 points. Hail Patrick Mahomes.
That is from the Super Bowl officials training seminar. That's an actual training video.
That is terrible.
On how to be an NFL official
that
right
is
there.
awful. Well,
it came
come
from their
on.
seminar.
I mean, come on.
It's an actual tape.
It's
It's
Conspiracy
instructional.
Theory Friday. Good morning. It's the Chuck and Bo Show. Here's a guy that's hated by every fan base and thinks that they don't like him in the SEC. Another conspiracy against Jimmy Dykes, ESPN basketball analyst. Why don't you like our team? Good morning, Jimmy.
Yeah, I think I'm 16 for 16 right now. That's a good number, man. That means I'm knocking it out
Oh,
of the
you're
park
killing
when
it.
that happens.
You are absolutely killing it. Congrats. Are you in on the Chiefs conspiracy theory, or are you for the Chiefs on Sunday?
I just watch for the viewing pleasure, Bo. That's one game I can just watch, and I don't care what people think about what I think, what I say about the game. I just sit there and watch.
Yeah. Break it down for us,
He's
Jimmy,
like, I'm
so
not-
we can get the
he's
Eagles
like-
and Chiefs
he's like,
fans
I'm not
to hate
giving
you.
an opinion on another thing
Yeah.
that people can get on me.
I'm opinioned out. I'm opinioned out. That's funny.
great.
I'm opinioned out, yeah.
Yeah, well, so what he's really saying is he's ready to watch Patrick Mahomes' greatness, and just see it all unfold on Sunday. Well, Jimmy, good morning. Thanks for making time for us. How about the 2-game turnaround that the Hogs have been on, back-to-back road wins in the league for the first time since February of 2023? They look a little bit different, if not a lot different, don't they?
Yeah, they do. I think Cal has done it. It's not easy to turn your team around when they're 1-6, and to do it on the road in the toughest league in the history of college basketball. And they have found their groove. I think they know who they are now. They know how they have to play to win games, and they're a problem. And I'm sure Alabama's thinking, why couldn't we caught these guys 10 days ago? And that's a big part of it, especially in college basketball, is when do you play someone? And there's it's a long season, and teams go through highs and lows, and where sometimes you catch a break in your scheduling, and sometimes you don't. And for Alabama, they're catching Arkansas playing at their very best in what, like I think I told you guys on Monday, is Bud Walton's not feeling like the old Bud Walton Saturday night. Me and many others will be very disappointed because these are the kind of games that John Calipari was hired for that fan base, and they should be in full force.
Jimmy, I kind of got the feeling when we were up in Lexington that Cal was back in his element. The stage was big, the lights were bright, and I just sort of got the feeling with Thero, too, and DJ and Big Z that's where they got comfortable. And the way they played in that ball game, to me, carried over into that Texas game. But it was almost as though when they went to Lexington, all the confidence was renewed. And winning that ball game, to me that's as significant as anything that's happened this year, obviously.
Yeah, Chad, I don't think there's any doubt. You can only do so much as a coach trying to break down film and talk to them and motivational speeches and different ways to motivate your guys. But as we all know, real, true inner confidence that works for you only comes from getting the job done, man, in tough conditions. And that's exactly what Arkansas did. Because Cal, he's a celebrity. I said it during that Arkansas-Kentucky game. There's not a bigger celebrity coaching college basketball than John Calipari. And he, throughout his career, you go back to Memphis, different situations he's been in. When his back's against the wall, he finds a way to get it done. And it looks like right now that's exactly what he's doing. So, but they have dug themselves such a hole at 1-6 to start with. They literally, every game right now has a ton of pressure on them. They don't have to be perfect going forward. They got to win. They got to win more than they lose, and that's pressure, especially in this league, as good as the league is. But they are a physical team defensively. I think that's where they're hanging their hat right now, is they feel like they can go out and lock people down and give themselves a chance on that end floor and on the glass. So it's a heck of a coaching job by Cal right now. It's one of the most talked stories in college basketball right now is, can Arkansas really come back from this, get in the NCAA tournament, and then if so, how far can they go? So all those things are still out in front of us, but, man, it's a massive, massive opportunity for Arkansas Saturday night to take down Alabama's ranked 3, I think, right now, but, man, that's a huge one on your resume, and it's on your home floor, and that's why you got a chance.
We played a soundbite a little earlier this morning from Jeff Goodman where he said he felt like a 7-11 Arkansas gets into the NCAA tournament. There are going to be 7-11 teams out of the league make it to the big dance, do you think?
Chuck, I think there could be one. I don't think it'll be more than that. And it depends on what 7 teams you beat. There's still a couple of teams in this league right now. I haven't studied Arkansas' schedule like I should have probably before I jumped on with you, but there's still a couple of teams in there that don't help you. You can't lose those games.
Right.
But, man, that's the good news for this league this year is you're here around the first week of February, and you still got all kinds of opportunities in front of you. So it can happen. I mean, I got in the NCAA tournament my first year at Arkansas. We were 6-10 because the league is so dadgum good, and I see the same thing going on right now for the men's side. Like 7-11 is probably the number that you feel good about if you're a head coach right now, so you can get there.
Alabama's up next, and we'll get to that, but I'm going to just run through the schedule. Alabama, LSU, at A&M, at Auburn, Missouri, Texas, at South Carolina, at Vanderbilt, Mississippi State. That's who they have left. Auburn's obviously number 1 in the country. Maybe Alabama's the second toughest test. They get them at Bud Walton Arena. But this Alabama team does a lot of great things. We could go on and on about just how Arkansas is playing differently, more confident and whatever. But not that it hasn't been real already, but, Jimmy, this suddenly gets very real with a very good Alabama team Saturday night. What does Arkansas have to do in this game to give themselves a chance?
Yeah, well, I think it's the same simple formula to start with that Cal kind of started rolling with at Kentucky. Like, you got to be fearless. You've got to coach fearless. You've got to coach with confidence. His kids have to play extremely hard without fear, with a lot of courage, because Alabama's the real deal. I mean, if I had to pick a Final Four right now, they'd be in it. Alabama, Auburn, Duke, Houston, probably be the 4 that I'd go with. I think Alabama, they pass out a hard hat award at the end of their game in their locker room, and it's based upon toughness and effort plays. They really pride themselves on playing harder than the other team, and you're going to see that from Alabama, I think, Saturday night. They do play really hard, and they play really fast, and we know their formula is to shoot threes and get to the free throw line, and they don't take many mid-range shots at all, kind of a unique system. But it works, and they've got depth. I had them earlier in the year before Christmas against Illinois on a neutral floor, and that was a really good win for Alabama. And I think they're uber talented. They're long. They got future pros. Mark Sears hasn't been the Mark Sears we all thought he would be in preseason, but he's still one of the top 10 guards in college basketball, and a lot of it starts with him. So it's going to take Arkansas's best effort. You know, they get their best effort at Kentucky, and now a week later on a Saturday night, they got to do it again. That's the challenge of the league, man. You can't stay too high and you can't stay too low. You got to turn the page and move on. And I'm sure they did that quickly after the Texas win, saying, and that was, we head home and we got to keep this thing rolling.
Jamie, from the second half of the Kentucky game, second half of that game, both halves of the Texas game, they held the other side in the 30s in terms of field goal percentage. What have you seen? What did you see? Let's start with Lexington from the first half to the second half. And as I'm sure you watched some of the video from the Texas game, what have you seen Arkansas doing defensively?
I think it all starts, Chuck, with DJ Wagner. Man, his ball pressure in Kentucky was a problem all night long. I mean, Kentucky just, without a point guard especially, just struggled to initiate their offense anywhere in the scoring area. I mean, they were pushed out between the two circles for most of that game by Wagner. And so it all starts with him, and he is a very physical, fast, strong, determined, smart defender right now. I don't think he's getting enough love, probably nationally or even within the league, how good he is as a defensive point guard. So it all starts with him. And then, you know, coaches in the league, they watch all the games, not just theirs or the team they're getting ready to play next. And coaches that I've talked to this week about Arkansas, they've watched the same games you and I have. Man, they're big fans of Big Z.
Mm-hmm.
I think they see him changing that Arkansas team offensively. They are much, much, much more difficult to guard when he's on the floor at that 5 position. And then defensively, you have to be concerned about dragging him away from the rim some. I mean, his length is a problem, and he's not always blocking the shot, but he's making you think about it when you're driving in there. So with all great defensive teams, it starts with your point guard and your ability to protect the rim. And I think that's what Arkansas is doing a really good job of so far.
Jimmy, great stuff as always. I don't even know. Are you on the call for this game or another one?
For tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Yes, I will be there.
Beautiful.
And Chuck and I will meet in the media room.
That's right.
Over Diet Coke.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
maybe some good Mexican food.
Yep.
And we'll try not to get. And we'll try not to get cornered. I'll just leave it at that.
That's fantastic.
That's good.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Hopefully I'll see you there. All right, buddy. Thanks so much for hopping on with us. We appreciate you every time.
Thank you, Jimmy. All right.
Have a good Friday.
You too, man.
You know, Jimmy said something there that I think is worth going back and re-examining. One of the common refrains over the last 3, 4, 5 days is, man, can you imagine what it's going to be like when they get Adu going? You know, and I've said the same thing. But Big Z's playing the 5, and that's where Adu would play if he came in the game. And Big Z's playing so well right now, and Jimmy just talked about it. It's what the other coaches in the league are discussing when they're discussing the Razorbacks. It's one of the things that's made him better defensively. He had 4 blocks the other night, and he altered another 4 or 5 when Texas drove to the rim. He can hit the 3. I don't know, 3 or 4 3-pointers in that game. I love Adu, but he's not going to make a 3-pointer. He's not going to stretch the defense out. So all that I'm driving at here is, and I love Adu, believe me. I think Adu's game's great. But when we talk about if they can just get more from Adu, we got to remember, you're not going to get more from Adu until he's out there. And as long as Big Z's playing the way he is right now, Arkansas is better off having him on the floor. So I think that's one of the things to consider when we start looking at what's going to make this team as good as they can be over the last month and a half.
What to watch, 7:30, ESPN. Jimmy Dykes on the call there with Arkansas hosting number 3 Alabama. Get ready for the Super Bowl party or whatever the event is that you're having in the coming days by going to Macadoodles just north of the state line in Bella Vista, or Guess Who in Bentonville. They've got the best selection, competitive pricing, and nobody can touch their customer service. They'll walk you through the store, educate you, tell you on whatever it is you don't know. For somebody like me, that's incredibly helpful. They have wine tasting all day, every day. They've got an allocated section that is unrivaled if you're looking for something that's unique and you can't just get anywhere. And Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, they've got a tasting bar to try all the different spirits that you'd like to try. Macadoodles, every Wednesday, 15% off every single bottle of wine in the store. Macadoodle's just north of the state line, north of Bella Vista. And guess who in Bentonville? I'm efforting Bart. I'm efforting Bart. We'll see if we get him next on the Chuck and Bo Show. It's Friday, 8/17. Good morning.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
All right, well, congratulations.
Hey, Chuck, I made some good calls today.
You sure did. You sure did.
Our New Year's sale is on at Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Get total New Year's savings up to $13,000 on select in-stock new 2024 Silverados. That's up to $13,000 in total savings on a new Silverado. Limited time only during our New Year's sale at Chevrolet of Fayetteville in the Fayetteville Auto Park. Chevrolet, together let's drive. ChevroletofFayetteville.com. Savings include dealer discounts and all incentives on select models. Must qualify. See dealer for details. Expires 3/3/25.
When it comes to finding the perfect diamond, there's one name that stands above the rest in Northwest Arkansas. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. As the region's premier experts for diamonds, Blakeman's offers an unparalleled selection of brilliant stones, handpicked for their quality and beauty. They don't just help you find the perfect stone, they educate you on every step of the way. Whether you're planning a proposal, celebrating an anniversary, or simply treating yourself, Blakeman's is where your search ends and your story begins.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Hey, it's Bo Mattingly, and McDonald Eye Associates is my one-stop for any vision need. The progressives they have me in are a game changer, and my new sunglasses are going to be great for baseball season. McDonald Eye was the first practice in the state to perform LASIK, and they have the most experience. They also have the new vision correction options for all ages, including cataract and clear lens replacement to see your best from all distances. For your best vision, McDonald Eye is the place to go. So I spent yesterday, you mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
All right, fellas, let's tackle the age-old question. What do I get her for Valentine's Day? Don't stress. Send foolproof flowers from the Books Company and get 25% off your entire purchase. Books flowers are fresh, vibrant, and last way longer. Some are even grown on the side of a volcano. Don't wait. Valentine's Day is February 14th, so get your order in now. Go to Books.com. Use my promo code CANTY for 25% off. That's BOUQS.com, promo code CANTY. Books, promo code CANTY.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it. Did you know that 1 in 4 people seeking treatment for ED are under 40? So you're not alone. And even better, HIMS can help. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs at up to 95% less than the brand names when you get started at hims.com/joy. It all starts with an online intake form. From there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. Through hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Millions of men experience ED, but HIMS can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. hims.com/joy.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted Best Garage Door Company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
I never actually spoke to a human. I did yell at the automation.
I've done.
Especially when they misunderstand you. That's not what I'm saying!
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I got a great question here from Quentin Swift, who is our Director of Partnerships and Business Development at the Chuck and Bo Show. He's been with us since the first of the year, and I'll get to that in a second. But remember, it's tax season. Taxes are hard. Ready or not, you got to deal with it. Whether you need expert help with your taxes or simply have a question or two, your neighborhood H&R Block is here for you. At H&R Block, they're committed to inspiring confidence at tax time and beyond. Take advantage of that. 877-377-6963. You can text or call. Here is the question. So what do you do, Chuck, when you're trying to watch the Super Bowl and you're not alone? Because some of us would actually prefer to watch the game and be able to watch the game. But you don't want to do it by yourself. I mean, it's part of the fun. It's an event. It's like, well, I really want to eat on Thanksgiving in peace, and like it's kind of lonely.
Yeah.
So here you go. Hypothetical question. What do you do when you're at a Super Bowl party and there's someone there who won't stop talking to you? Do you politely leave the party, go to another room, watch the game there, just nod along with the conversation while actually paying attention to the game? You go to get a drink and then come back on the other side of the room? What do you do?
Well, you do what you have to do. You know, and sometimes that can range from going into another room to grabbing some other person to, like, stand between you and that individual, or maybe just leave it. I'm not above a good Irish goodbye.
You just get somebody, you get a buffer and you put it on them.
See, here's the thing.
You sacrifice somebody else and put them in the conversation.
You know,
so you don't have to be. Okay.
Age, admittedly, has something to do with this. When you're young, I mean, you want to party. I mean, you want to go party. You want to go have a good time. Staying up late's no big deal. I mean, you're into the whole spirit of things. But you do get to a point in life where it's like, I do kind of like not having to deal with people. That's my personal, my personal system. My personal system is to
an extroverted introvert. Chuck Barrett.
Wait until your moments before kickoff, before arriving at the party. That way, people are focused on the game. And then 2-minute warning first half, you're getting out of there.
What's great about Chuck is he's like sending out invitations to the Super Bowl party. And he hits all the details. Get here at 5. We're going to have wings. We're going to have beanie weenies. We're going to have, all the stuff, whatever, nachos. We'll even have pizza for you. And I got all the drinks, and we're going to have Prosecco and bourbon and whatever. But don't talk to me. While you're here, when the game is on,
I'm going to be in another room.
I want to hear the commercials too, so don't speak to me.
See, that's the thing. When you that's the number one reason I don't host a party.
That's the only reason.
Yeah, that's the only one. But I like to be able to pay attention to what's going on. I mean, I am a sports fan, so I want to watch the game, and I don't like a lot of idle chit chat. So I think that picking your crew is what's the most important.
Maybe I'll take a different approach this year.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll actually be nice and conversational and be like a normal person, and which is that'd be great. And then you guys can all tell me on Monday what happened in the game.
Yeah.
And it'll probably be, what was that thing that you played earlier? It'll probably be some version of this training seminar that we got from the officials.
The NFL video, or the NFL training video.
Dateline NBC.
That every official's required to watch and memorize before they can even call an exhibition game.
Dateline
During the play personal foul violating Patrick Mahomes' personal bubble. The result of the play is first down, touchhdation, and Chiefs win by 50 points. Hail Patrick Mahomes.
See, right there. It's right there in the training video.
Practicing. Dateline NBC.
They don't release that
had
stuff.
The hidden microphone and camera.
It takes a show like Dateline NBC to get to the bottom of it.
Right.
You'd sick Keith Morrison on him, man.
There they were.
I mean,
dead.
And it's all over but the shouting. But
but Jim and Nancy were never coming home. One more time.
They wound up dead.
Give me the training seminar one more time.
Actual video.
During the play personal foul violating Patrick Mahomes' personal bubble. The result of the play is first down, touchdown, and Chiefs win by 50 points. Hail Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, that's it right there.
In the Chiefs' kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's Mike Greenberg, longtime ESPN personality, probably needs no introductions, on the Pat McAfee show about this hate for the Chiefs.
This Chiefs team now has become the villain. Is that very status quo for the sports world?
No, there seems to be something different going on here, and I think it has to do with just the way our society has evolved. I just think people are angrier than they used to be, and people just want to be outraged and pissed off about things. I did my last radio show 2 weeks ago, and sort of my parting message was, stop to everyone. Stop being outraged about nothing. We get so mad about the littlest
What's he
things
talking
in our
about?
culture now, and the problem with
I
that
agree
is
100%.
there are things to be genuinely worried and mad about. But we lose the ability to decipher which one of them really do matter because we get involved in nothing. So people are down on the Chiefs now because of a bunch of things that are nothing in the big picture. You're upset because they show Taylor Swift on television for a total of 60 seconds out of a 3.5-hour broadcast. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. Andy Reid is like a big teddy bear. I don't know that there's anyone more lovable than that guy is. Patrick Mahomes is on his way to being probably the greatest player in the history of his sport, the greatest quarterback in the history of his sport, and as far as I can tell, a pretty likable fellow. I'm not sure what it is you would dislike on its face about him. They are a ridiculously good team, and they are doing things that we have literally never seen before. I'm not sure why people are telling me I should be getting tired of seeing this greatness. Now, I started this career of mine before I was at ESPN. Covering the Michael Jordan Bulls. Michael became Michael when he three-peated. So that's what Mahomes is here to do.
There you go. There, laid out very well.
All right, let me lay it out.
As if I had said it myself.
Let me lay it out for you here. It's the fake wholesomeness. That's the whole deal. It's the fake wholesomeness. I mean, everybody knew Jordan was a scoundrel. Everybody knew he was. He was a gambler. He smoked. He drank. On off nights, he'd go to Vegas. Everybody knew what Jordan was. You guys think Patrick Mahomes gets up in the morning, drinks a big glass of milk, sings God Bless America, kisses his wife, drives his kids to school? You think Kelsey and like his girlfriend, you think like every day it's just some like one of her songs, they just live it out, and it's great, and hold hands at the movies. That stuff's not real. People don't like that stuff.
Look at what society has done to you. Look at what it's done to you. You've been corrupted.
They don't need any help. They get help from 8 or 9 guys in striped shirts every week.
It's 8:29 on the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
Can we just say, for all of you who get up early in the morning and you work so hard, man, we're glad you're here. We just really appreciate all the work you do to make Arkansas better.
You talking to me?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I always enjoy talking about Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. If you followed my radio career, you remember they were partners on the original Sports Rap radio program over 20 years ago. We've done business together from an advertising perspective, but more importantly, they've been my partners in buying and selling homes. I'd recommend them to anybody. They're in Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and in Branson. Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
Discover the Stonebreaker Hotel, where handcrafted elegance meets modern comfort. Relax in beautifully designed rooms, or book your next reservation at the Stonebreaker Lounge and Restaurant, where you can satisfy cravings with fresh, seasonal takes on traditional favorites. Open daily from 5 to 9 p.m. For more information, log on to stonebreakerhotel.com, located on Markham Road in Fayetteville, where you'll find the Stonebreaker Hotel and Restaurant.
You know, I want Texas to lose. Yeah, I want them to rot in hell.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hog Reaction this basketball season is brought to you by Buffington Homes, the Stadium Shop on Razorback, and Sawyer Sunrooms.
We just don't know how to score for whatever reason, and I wouldn't even shoot next practice. Let's play defense the entire time. That's all we're going to do. Let's create points off your defense, and that's what we did the first 6, 7, 8 minutes of the game, and then Florida kind of took control.
Tune in to Hog Reaction after every Razorback basketball game right here on ESPN Arkansas.
The Party Place has everything you need for special occasions. Super Bowl parties, Mardi Gras celebrations, Valentine's decorations, and more. Party supplies for 1 to 100. Shop the Party Place in Fort Smith.
It's time to party. So come to the Party Place. Let's party.
The Party Place in the Tuesday Morning building behind Ashley Furniture in Fort Smith.
Get ready for your party at the Party Place.
Courtside with Fort Smith Public Schools. Coaches take you inside on what's going on in Fort Smith sports.
I think the boys program, we definitely thrive off the energy and the emotion. I think as a coach, it's a big thing to kind of just help those guys rein that in, myself included. You know, there's times we have to take a step back, take a breath during a timeout, and just sit there and breathe.
New episode every week on the Hit That Line podcast network and on hitthatline.com.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages, or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time, every time.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Leaving for the gym so early?
I'm ready to go.
Since you started taking Nugenix Total T, you've been acting like when we met in our 20s.
I feel like myself again. Lower testosterone after turning 40 slowed me down. Nugenix Total T has been a game changer for me.
What is it about Nugenix Total T that's different?
It's a key ingredient called Tesnor. It boosts free and total testosterone to help you get back the drive and energy from your youth. Total T is backed by 5 clinical studies.
I've seen the huge difference it's made for you in the gym, at work, and in the bedroom.
I'm so glad I sent them a text for my complimentary bottle. Text ROCK to 321321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Nugenix is the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and we'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text ROCK to 321321. That's ROCK to 321321.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit GetEthos.com. That's GetEthos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Here's to you and yours from the friendly folks at In Good Spirits, your upscale liquor store in Fort Smith. At In Good Spirits, they've got what your taste buds are craving, including flavorful wines from around the world, scrumptious brandies and liqueurs, tempting whiskeys and beers, and fine cigars. Treat yourself to the best as you listen to the game. Check out In Good Spirits, 12100 Highway 71 South, across from Riley Farms in Fort Smith.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
I've got certain compartments in my backpack that certain items go in for every trip. Like, for example, I have to have blue or yellow sweetener for my coffee. I'm a diva in that respect.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Getting to know Chuck a little bit better every day.
Yeah, a little too much.
A little bit better every day.
A little too much information there.
Hey, if you're looking to play some wagers on the Super Bowl, it's here, man. Coming up Sunday, 5:30, Chiefs and Eagles. Download the Oaklawn Sports app in the Apple Store or the Google Play Store and sign up today. New customers can earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets. Arkansas's best sporting app. Bet with the brand you trust. Bet with Oaklawn Sports. And here to talk about it is Zach Gillum, the director of wagering at Oaklawn Sports. Zach, good morning. Thanks for making time for us. Are you ready for Sunday?
Oh, yeah. Good morning, guys. Hope you guys are doing wonderful. And, yes, looking forward to the big day. A lot going on. Almost 1,000 wagers on the board.
What are some of the fun prop bets? I know there's 1,000. So, obviously, you can bet almost anything. But give us a couple you like.
I mean, there are a lot of things, and keep in mind, we try to have everything on the board that is around the game. So just about the only thing, and even this does pertain to the game that we have, is coin toss. So, that's the first thing. If people want to bet on the coin toss, it is available.
It's a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, minus 103 on either side, heads or tails, and then you can take that with, either team, or you can actually take the results of the coin toss outright. So like the heads and Eagles as well.
Okay. All right. What about what do we got on the Taylor Swift appearances?
No Taylor Swift appearance, but I do have something called an octopus. So if you think there's going to be a player score a touchdown, and then the 2-point conversion right after that, the yes is 12-1, and that did happen recently in the last couple of years with Jalen Hurts.
That's an interesting one. I know people that'll go for that. You got it.
And then another fun one. We talk about it all the time. An offensive lineman to score a touchdown, so a big man to score. The yes on that is 20-1.
The money been coming in on the Chiefs in our part of the world here.
Yeah, the money has been coming in on the Chiefs. The Super Bowl, the outright market that we had posted since about a year ago today, a little more than a year, that is heavy on the Chiefs as well. So right now, the Super Bowl itself, it's probably about 70% of the action I'm seeing coming on the Chiefs.
Is it still minus 1.5 for the Chiefs?
So it's actually moved a little bit in favor of the Eagles. It's now -1. So if you're looking at the money line, Eagles are even money. And on the spread, they are getting a point.
Do you think that's the chief dislike of all the winning that we see, the massive dislike, tired of them winning? And is that what we got going on here? Or do we think do people think the Eagles are just going to win the game? I know you don't know, but I'm just wondering.
Yeah, no, I think it's a little bit of both. You know, you definitely have, in this area, I think you have actual fans of the Chiefs. I know in a lot of places, and some people are maybe sick and don't want to see the three-peat. But then, you also have a bunch of NFC East fans around here, and their team's probably not the Eagles. So it's pretty interesting to see. From a betting perspective, everybody I've talked to thinks this is going to be a great game. So I think the number's right there where it should be. I think it's about a pick 'em. And, hopefully it comes down to that last series.
Zach, when you get into these prop bets, is there one that stands out above the others, like who scores the first touchdown or, some first aspect of the game? Is there one out there that stands above the others?
I would say that is it. I would say it's the first touchdown scorer is probably the most popular in terms of the early markets, the ones that will settle fast. And then the anytime touchdown scorer, so kind of in that same thing, just that doesn't settle as quickly because it could come later on in the game. But those are the most popular. Those get used in same-game parlay probably the most. But we also have the player passing, rushing, receiving. And for the Super Bowl, you have that by quarter, by half, and for the full game. So if you want to bet on the kicker, you can bet on the kicker. There's some defensive props, so you can bet on players having sacks. Over under at the half sack for most players. You can take their total tackles. You can take what period teams are going to score in. So, it's very deep. I'd say my best advice I've been giving people is don't wait until Sunday. Go ahead and download the app today. Even if you don't register, you can download for free, no obligation by doing so. And go ahead and start looking through the wagering menu because there's that much to dive into.
Zach, is there an over-under on how many roughing the passer penalties are going to be called on the Eagles?
Here we go.
Nope, not here at Oaklawn Sports.
Okay,
We
right.
try to keep the wagering on things that are more positive. And
I got you. I was just curious. I was just curious.
I've seen it out there. Just like National Anthem and Gatorade Color, there are people that offer some of that stuff. But no, we figure we have 1,000 other options that are probably pretty appealing to people.
Zach, we'll wrap it up with this. And I know we've got a lot of people listening in the Hot Springs area, people that can actually get to Oaklawn if they wanted to watch the game. What's the viewing experience there in your sports bar like?
Yeah, it's really going to be the place to be. You're going to have the Mainline Sports Bar watch party where we'll have drink specials, half price of the apps. We're going to have wagering there in the room. We do have a sportsbook counter actually in the Mainline Sports Bar. And then the sportsbook area is another phenomenal space to watch. We'll be there as well. Silk. So there's going to be 3 or 4 different venues at Oaklawn. The main line is going to be the main watch party. And I know it's filling up pretty quick, so go ahead and get your reservations in for that. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Zach Gillum, director of sports betting at Oaklawn Sports. That'll be a place to be for sure. Zach, really appreciate it.
Thank you, Zach.
Done a great job. Thanks so much, my man.
Yes, y'all have a great weekend.
If you haven't downloaded the Oaklawn Sports app, do it now. New customers earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets. And Chuck is skeptical of the Chiefs and the calls that are coming up. Listen, I've been trying to get a hold of Bart And I think we may hear from him.
Really?
In the last
He's
segment.
alive?
Right.
Wow.
We're doing a live welfare check.
Okay.
When we come back on the Chuck and Bo Show. 877-377-6963 if you want to get in here. We're brought to you in part by Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric. If you've got something that you need fixed, or maybe your HVAC system's just, kind of old and you got to replace it, it's the Season of Savings event happening right now at Pascal. Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric. Go Pascal.com, whether it's fixing that stubborn plumbing issue, whatever it may be, electrical issues, the Pascal pros are here to keep your home running smoothly and efficiently. Everything seems more expensive, but they're here to help lighten the load. In the new year, enjoy no payments, no interest on all home repairs and replacements. Go Pascal.com. Professional people and professional service at Pascal. 8:42 on a Conspiracy Friday.
I'm not telling you that everything's great. I'm also not willing to say everything's terrible.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Ready or not, it is tax season. But luckily, H&R Block is here. Whether you need expert help with your taxes or simply have a question or two, your neighborhood H&R Block is here for you. Taxes are hard, but filing with H&R Block is easy. Walk in or make an appointment and get 100% accuracy and your max refund guaranteed. Put 70 years of tax expertise to work for you. Get those taxes squared away today at H&R Block.
Flight by Yuengling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass. Raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yuengling & Son Incorporated. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
It seems like everything is more expensive this year, but at Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric, we're here to help lighten the load. This new year, enjoy no payments and no interest on all home repairs and replacements. Whether it's fixing that stubborn plumbing issue, replacing an aging heating and air system, or upgrading your electrical, our Pascal pros are here to keep your home running smoothly and stress-free. Visit GoPascal.com today to schedule your service. Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric. Professional people, professional service. See dealer for details with approved credit. Restrictions apply.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
If you suffer from sleep apnea, but you can't stand wearing your CPAP machine, I've got good news. And you need it because not wearing your CPAP can lead to severe health problems.
Sleep is probably God's gift of medicine that we really don't utilize enough. If you don't have good sleep, you're not only affecting your body, it can affect your heart, it can affect your lungs, it can increase weight gain. If you don't get good sleep, you also are not filtering your brain well. So sleep's very, very important.
Dr. Scotty Boulding, who's an Arkansas native and world-renowned surgeon, has proven surgical alternatives that can improve your airway and help you breathe better.
If you have obstructive sleep apnea, it needs to be treated. So you need to be wearing your CPAP. So if you're not wearing your CPAP, there are some potential surgical solutions that can help you that actually work today. By correcting the jaw deformities that may be causing this obstructive sleep apnea is where we focus.
Call Dr. Boulding's office today at 479-755-3000 for a consultation and tell them you heard it on the Chuck and Bo Show.
There's nothing we enjoy saying more than I told you so.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, it's Matt Jones. Join me, Phil, and Dr. Charles Liggett every Monday at 12:15 for my favorite segment, 3 Up, 3 Down.
Pitchers look pretty good. Getting quite a few strikeouts over the weekend. Good to see Kendall Diggs back in there.
I'm a patient there, and you can be too. 3 Up, 3 Down is presented by River Valley Smile Center. Visit rivervalleysmiles.com or give them a call at 479-646-0706. That's River Valley Smile Center. When you come here, you become family.
For decades, the Rebel Crawfish has been a tackle box staple. But now, get ready for the next generation. Introducing the all-new Rebel Matte series of Rebel Crawfish. 4 all-new ultra matte colors that eliminate glare and enhance realism, mimicking a natural crawfish like never before. The same iconic shape and swimming action, but now with a stunning matte finish. Upgrade to the all-new matte series of Rebel Crawfish today at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Dick's Sporting Goods, and local tackle shops everywhere. Rebel. Catch fish anywhere.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI Bill.
At Hug Chevrolet Buick GMC, we dial 782-8940.
This is Joe Calderera with Taliano's Restaurant. We call 782-8940.
Keep warm this winter with a York high-efficiency furnace. Or for more information on endless hot water and a high-efficiency tankless water heater, give Blaylock Heat and Air and Plumbing Services a call at 782-8940.
That's 782-8940.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
I need Southern Siri. Sometimes when I ask Siri something, she says she can't understand what I'm saying. I think we need more regional Siri so they can understand the dialect. It's a miracle. It's an absolute miracle.
It's a miracle.
It is a miracle.
It's a miracle. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Chevy Situation Room, Bart has emerged from COVID confinement.
He walked in. He just walked in.
With a bag full of bagels.
A bag full of food, no mask, coughing all over the place. Saying, here's your breakfast. How you doing, man?
Well, I wanted to show my appreciation.
Well, actually in the studio with a negative test.
Yeah, that's right.
That's my first question to him.
Honest answer. How many times did Chuck reach out to check on you?
He did once.
Exactly.
He did once. He did.
And it was sincere, wasn't it?
It was sincere. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was, it was one of those. I knew when I sent it, it was done in such a manner that I wouldn't have to check in for another week. So there was some strategy behind all that. You make it seem real sincere. You don't even have to check in for 4 or 5 days. So that's just kind of the way I worked it.
Oh, man, there's too much truth in that. There's too much truth in that. Listen, people are upset.
Are they?
Yeah, because now you're affecting their wallet, their bottom line.
Oh,
the biggest gambling day of the year is Sunday.
That's right.
And there aren't going to be any Bart's Locks.
That would be odd. It's odd that you rallied on Friday
I'll
before
try to
Super
call
Bowl
him.
Sunday.
I was like, I'll try to call him. We'll try to get him on the phone. I don't know if he's up. By the way, you look great. You look like you showered.
You lost some weight.
Put clothes
I
on.
lost a little bit of weight. Yeah.
Slimmed up a little bit while you were sick.
That's right.
Yeah.
Nothing like a good illness to drop.
Yeah. I need to get on that plan.
It's a good
I need to
spirits.
catch
I wouldn't,
COVID.
I wouldn't
10
recommend
pounds.
it. Wouldn't recommend it. The 103 fever, not worth it.
Say, man.
Not worth it.
Were you able to did anybody take care of you? Did you have a personal?
Did you have to
doctor? Pretty
crawl
much
across
pretty
the
much on my
room?
own.
Were there any points where you were take me now?
It got close a couple of times.
Yeah.
It got
Okay.
close.
Well, I
not
just
quite.
wondered.
Not quite to that, but
So who's going to win the Super Bowl?
half of the people in this room aren't going to like it, but it's the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh man!
And
there you go, the lock.
And well, the reason
the
reason is the underdogs have covered in just an insane amount of Super Bowls.
Insane.
I want to say it's like 14 or 15 of the last 20, including 7 of the last 10, something like that. I looked it up a couple of weeks ago. I don't have it right
You've
here
been
in front of me.
sick since then, though.
Correct. I've had COVID since then.
Yeah.
And
Almost
so
died.
and so because of that, I've not quite.
Hey, haven't you missed this?
Yeah.
Haven't you missed this
Yeah.
being mocked for everything you say?
That's right.
It felt like death.
That's
I'm
right.
sure.
It did at times.
So
I really am
Chevy
glad you're
of Fayetteville
better.
is now you in the Situation Room, and they have said we're going to get behind Bart in the Situation Room, and then we're like, great, and then they said, wait, is he coming back? And
Where
so
is he?
and I said, honestly, we don't know, but we've got Edward, And they're like, well, we like him better. So they gave Edward the truck.
Oh, okay.
So he's got the Silverado.
That's pretty sweet.
Of Chevy of Fayetteville, but you can still have the segment. Now we were giving you to Monday.
Okay.
We were giving you until Monday to make it back.
Okay.
Or you were just like, we might have had to dissolve the entire position.
Oh, boy.
There's actually an old Chevette on the back lot there at Chevy of Fayetteville. That's going to be your car.
It was abandoned, and they're not sure where the keys are.
That's right. You're going to hotwire that baby, and that's yours.
That's great.
But, I mean, Chris and Mark and Denver, the team at Fayetteville, Chevy of Fayetteville are excited you're back.
Good.
We're all excited.
I'm
you're
excited
back.
to be back.
We're
But
all
especially
excited
them.
you're back. And thank you for the work that you did on the notes while you were coughing.
Yeah, thank you.
And I'm not saying they were complete and they were great, but they were something. And
Did you actually read them?
every day? And I printed them out.
Well, I doubt that very seriously.
Maybe you print them out every day. Most
Maybe
days.
you did. Maybe you did. Chuck, however, would send texts of like news stories that he found interesting that were already in the notes.
Days ago.
Like, it had been in there for days.
I just wanted to augment what you already had in the notes. I said, I didn't put it, but I thought it went without saying. I read this in the notes, so I thought I'd add to it.
I'd like to share it now.
Bart, can I get you a flight by Yingling?
That'd be great.
I mean, is it too early? I mean, also we can go to the Blakeman's party tonight, the grand opening of Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the newly renovated, amazing store. Prosecco, they got free Prosecco.
Oh,
Of course, they have it all the time,
right.
but it's the energy there and just the bright, exciting atmosphere. And a glass of Prosecco might be what you need just to kind of make it
I'm
back.
open to anything.
Yeah, you're on. You're like, whatever. You'll go anywhere.
I'm open to
Chuck E.
anything.
Cheese, no problem.
No, we're not going to the Rat Palace.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Sounds like you had a bad experience.
Well, a lot of germs there. I just got over an illness.
Okay. So, did you get out? Did you wear a mask? Did you go anywhere in your car? Did you have?
I did drive around a couple of times. As I started getting better with the windows rolled down, just because I had to get some fresh air.
We
and
guessed
get
that.
around.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't stand to be in the house any longer.
Nature's medicine.
That's right.
How's your mental health?
Yeah.
We're doing okay.
Yeah. Okay.
We're doing okay.
Well, now that you're around your people again.
I mean, you seem adjusted.
Has anybody invited you to a Super Bowl party?
Can't say they have.
Bart's got COVID. Let's invite him over.
You can come over to my house.
He's not going to be there, but you can go over to Bo's house and watch the game.
That's right. Oh man! So you got any more locks for us?
Are there locks on this day?
There are
Let's
locks.
play some music and get with it.
Hold on, here we go. Well, we don't have time. Do we have time for that?
Do it fast.
We'll get them quick.
Do it fast.
Time for Bart's
All right, now go.
Okay.
Here we go. What do we have?
Eagles money line, plus 100 on the money line. We're taking the Eagles to win the Super Bowl. We're going to take Saquon Barkley. This is the other bet I really like. Saquon Barkley over 111.5 rushing yards.
Under.
Over or under? You go
Over. I'm
under.
going over.
What's the number on that?
That's minus 114.
Wow.
Jeez.
So
He is all over.
over
Those are
under on
teams.
roughing the passer penalties. I've been trying to find that out all morning. Nobody's got it.
You have that clip?
Yeah.
Did you hear that we got a hidden microphone in the training
This is a
camp?
good
for the
way to go out
officials?
today.
Personal foul violating Patrick Mahomes' personal bubble. The result of the play is first down, touchdown, and Chiefs win by 50 points. Hail Patrick Mahomes.
We unearthed that. Actually, Edward unearthed that. That's an actual NFL training video. It's incredible.
Hail Patrick Mahomes. But now I'm a Bart. Bart is 100% on the Eagles.
Eagles.
Lock
Fly,
it
Eagles,
up.
fly.
Eagles fly,
E-G-L-G-E-S, Eagles.
Hey, seriously, welcome back, man. It's good to see you in good
glad you're
spirits
alive,
and
man.
healthy. Boy, if that doesn't get us all excited for a weekend, have a great weekend, a safe weekend. We'll see you on Monday.
Hey, it's Bo Mattingly, and McDonald Eye Associates is my one stop for any vision need. The progressives they have me in are a game changer, and my new sunglasses are going to be great for baseball season. McDonald Eye was the first practice in the state to perform LASIK, and they have the most experience. They also have the new vision correction options for all ages, including cataract and clear lens replacement to see your best from all distances. For your